Neither.
Are there at least Sphinx and 2 owlbears?
Just 2.
There is a room with a Sphinx and 2 owlbears.
Well,
Marvelous.
if there wasn't, there will be now.
Such a tradition.
The most fiendish dungeon ever conceived,
look
man.
at that.
The labyrinth where every room is a Sphinx and
That
2 owlbears.
And it's iridescent.
What a lovely box.
I don't want to, like, get rid of the box.
Oh,
Let's see what this
hold
You
jar
on.
don't have to. You can keep it.
Let me show off my lovely box.
Look at the inside of this thing!
I also got a lovely box.
But does it hold weed?
No, it holds dice.
Oh.
Far more interesting than
Still
weed.
cool though.
This might be a little weird. This is an awesome jar! Holy shit!
Not as good as my box.
It definitely is not as good as your box, Steve.
Thanks.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, the
But-
box is pretty good. But I mean, that's a very cool jar of I'm assuming very good
I think
weed.
you're
So it's also
paying
an
a
amazing
little
thing to-
too much for packaging on your weed here.
We're not allowed. We can't. We have to have prepackaged weed here in California now. That's the legal rules.
Well, sure,
Really?
but does the packaging
Mhm.
have to be so extra?
A lot of it is like this now. They
Wow.
usually come in glass jars. This
Huh.
is my other one. It's just less extra.
Interesting.
They also have to be like child.
Child safe.
Nope, just kidding.
Okay.
This one is not.
Hey, Brendan,
If I was a child, I opened this.
your
very
camera is
easily.
just blurry enough that I genuinely think Sean's wearing a white wig, and I know
Oh
it
my
must
god, me
just be
too!
a
I
hat.
thought the same thing. Your camera's just blurry enough where it looks like Sean's wearing like a big powdery old-timey wig.
Yeah, I know it's just a hat, but I've been sitting here like, why would Sean need to wear a white wig? Unless she's like going to like
a barrister.
Why would Sean
It's a shower cap.
white
She's
wig?
currently bleaching her hair because she's going to be coloring it, probably. I don't know.
oh,
Nope, just bleaching it.
Oh,
gotcha.
okay.
That makes
So
sense.
it is like a bigger hat then.
Okay.
But
She does that. She gets bored and does stuff with her hair.
Not a
No,
not
totally
a
cool.
old,
I
old-timey
I
powdery
really
wig.
thought she was wearing an old timey white person wig, and I was like, I wonder why.
I kind of wish she was wearing it.
I mean,
like a George,
Christmas
George,
is coming up.
George
I can-
Washington wig.
Oh yeah, a powdered wig. Definitely can get her one of those for
the one
Christmas.
from SpongeBob where everybody was trying to get that one. Anybody remember that episode?
All of
can't
the
even
episodes of
remember
SpongeBob. I do remember that one.
Yeah.
You remember
where-
every single episode of SpongeBob from?
I have emptied my mind of everything but fine dining,
You know
and
what?
SpongeBob quotes.
I know from seasons 1 to 4. I know.
Yeah, that's all
just
you
about,
need.
Yeah, that's
Table
that's
for
about
Humana.
everything.
I can seat you immediately.
Humana, humana, humana.
God damn it. I shouldn't have done that. I made a mistake. I'm going down a path.
Well, I
Man,
see that me
Ray.
joining this campaign is a mistake, so I guess I'm gonna have
We're
to
gonna-
leave.
See,
We're gonna
see
go
what
into a
Netflix-
cave.
What
We're
a
gonna
nice
go
cereal
into a-
box.
We're gonna go into a cave and be like, I don't like this, guys. Mama.
Well, don't worry. We can use this S hook that I have, S for SpongeBob or S for Sandy. That way they can identify our bodies.
Jesus. Okay. The party hath assembled.
Everybody's here.
The SpongeBob quotes have been finished.
Bye, Squidward. Bye, Mr. Krabs. Bye, Squidward.
Please.
Why'd you say bye to Squidward twice? I like Squidward.
Oh no. Why is Roll20 freaking out for me?
I don't know, mine's not even loading
Oh,
right now.
what does it mean?
It
what do
just
you
says
mean it's
mapping
freaking
dungeons.
out?
Let's
But
reset
damn,
it.
this weed is really strong smelling. This is definitely better quality than I bought last time.
Well, with packaging like that, you would hope so.
Kyle, are you in the Roll20 yet?
I'm getting on right now.
I do miss the days when we were getting them in like little medicine pop tubes or whatever.
Classic.
I used to live across the
Nothing like
street.
classic.
I used to live across the street from one of those like they were technically legal for medical marijuana, but they like never checked recommendations, even though I had one. Recalculating splines. Mine's still not working either.
I love everyone's Hero Forge logos,
Recalculating
especially
splines, that's a deep cut.
especially Kyle's
there we
Swanky, no beard, but damn
One
mustache
second.
dwarf.
I gotta see. Who knows where recalculating
He's a little
splines is
different than
from?
the other dwarves.
I have no idea, but
What was the quote? Alex?
Recalculating splines.
No.
I can't think of it.
Sims?
SimCity.
oh,
I knew it was some Sims. Because when they load things, they always say like recalculating something.
Yeah, that was
So I used to play regular
SimCity
Sims.
2000. Like there was like a thing where the lady would be like recalculating splines. And just like what?
Yeah, like in Sims when it was loading,
What
it'd
does
be
this
like
mean?
recalculating. I think it might have said spines.
They
Actually,
probably did because
yeah.
same that
What
company
is
loves that company
a
loves
splines?
to fucking talk about itself.
Yep.
Reference itself.
Yep. Yeah, reference itself.
yeah, self-referencing, nice.
Nice.
The
Oh, I like
the
Frost Day.
backbone
quality.
of the backbone of postmodernism. Self-French reference.
How do I get my little token guy in there?
You already.
Are you in the
token's
game,
already-
Kyle? No?
Yeah,
Okay, hold on. I just have to give you control of it. Which I just did.
I set my
You have it
token
now,
as
Kyle.
my profile picture too, just to make it look.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Do you have it now?
Kyle.
Well,
Kyle.
Do not stare into the void, for KP will stare
Yep,
back.
I got it.
Kyle? Okay.
Stare to the
For
boy.
Kyle, stare
I don't know if
back.
I've ever seen Kyle stare so hard.
It was a little
Whoa.
disconcerting.
So everybody has control of
you
their
gotta-
character and everybody can see.
Yes.
Yes.
C.
And everybody
Yeah,
can
you're-
see just for themselves, but then also Alex light. Is that all set correctly?
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
see everything at the moment.
You can't stop Alex
You
shine.
can see everything?
Yes, sir.
Wait, can you see our people too?
I do not have light currently.
So you can't see the party.
No, like I do not have the light rules. I can see everything.
He doesn't have shadows.
Oh.
I don't think it should be that way.
Probably not.
You
With all
tell
that
me.
testing.
I don't know.
Your light is so illuminating you can see the entire world
Yep.
in the darkness.
That's alright.
The lights are actually inside of his eyes.
The best.
That would be so wild.
Yeah, I can. I think I can see everything too.
Yeah.
Don't you have dark vision?
Oh, is it only supposed to be for?
No,
Alec
you're
is the only one who doesn't have dark
You have
vision.
dark vision, yeah.
We all have dark vision except Alec.
Yeah, but you still wouldn't
Okay.
be able to see everything. You could just see further.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're probably okay.
Mine's everybody's like 60 feet, right? For dark vision?
Probably.
It's all the same.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Y'all look the same in dark vision.
Hey.
that scaling seems wrong.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
What's up?
It's Fat Albert.
Hey.
I wasn't gonna do it.
This is
I
Fat
did it.
Albert in the can.
Too late.
Okay. All right. Hi. Welcome to Rhyme of the Frostmaiden. You guys are going to be starting in Bryn Shander here, and got some stuff to read. Are we ready to go? Does anybody have any questions or
Can I
anything
soak?
before we
Can I
start?
soak this bowl first?
You can.
Chin chin.
Oh, should I have a beverage?
You don't
Get a
need
beverage
to.
after.
If you
I'll get a
want one.
beverage after. I'll get a beverage after.
Oh, you looking for a beveragino?
After scene one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're all preparing.
Delicious.
Where's my keef?
You got a packet and
Ooh.
everything. We're waiting for you to.
You are not prepared.
Be prepared.
Oh, careful. We can't sing that without the rights because Al will get his stream cut.
Oh, man.
I've got a feeling Disney would like go hard on that shit. Be like,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers, 6 of them were singing the song. That's enough.
I saw it.
That's a copyright strike. Your channel's deleted.
And one of them was smoking weed. Oh no,
Oh God, not weed.
It's legal where she's smoking.
not legal weed. Okay.
We're all perfectly uninebriated.
We're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king. Most Dale residents blame Aril, the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aura that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourselves, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle and, in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. So you guys are all starting in the town of Bryn Shander. Let me see. I don't know if I have a map handout for you guys of the region.
Well, it's showing right now, isn't it?
Well, that's the town. But I want to see if I can get you... Yeah, this. Okay. Alright, so you should be getting a handout of the map of Icewind Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
If you take a look at it, Bryn Shander is the first town that you come to on the trail up into Icewind Dale, so it's usually the first place that travelers stop. It is also the biggest city in Icewind Dale, population of about 2,500 people at this point, so biggest city there, but still not very big. Something that it's notable for is it's one of the few cities in Icewind Dale that's not built on any sort of body of water. It's built on a small hill and surrounded by walls, and it's sort of the center of commerce. It's where the speakers from all 10 towns will come to have their council meetings. So it's more or less the capital of the 10 towns, I suppose, is the way you could think of it. You guys are all starting in the North Look Tavern and Inn, which is a small tavern on the north side of town, run by a man named Scramshaw.
Scramshaw?
Yes, his name is Scramshaw.
Got it.
And yes, there you go. And why don't we introduce each other to each other and kind of lay out why you guys are in the tavern with each other, if we can.
Are we like all together already, kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that you guys have all, for some reason, come together. And Alec, I think if you want to kick it off, your character is the most groundable.
So my character is named Yeety. He is a human sorcerer who kind of up till this time has kind of spends his time wandering the cities. He's a little bit he's a little weird, bordering on an outcast, but he basically would wander from town to town, just kind of helping people out to try to earn his stay. And he is very concerned with what's going on and has been wandering town to town, asking questions, trying to figure out what he can about this curse. And he's pretty determined to try to put an end to that. He's not real into it.
Okay. Who wants to jump in next? I think that's great.
I'll hop in.
Okay.
If we're all together at a table, I'm the guy with his hood still drawn, nervously looking at the exits, and every time someone comes in. My name is Rolzer. I am a tiefling warlock. I find myself in 10 towns looking for both a safe hiding spot and for answers. And lo and behold, me, a hot-blooded creature as myself, coming to a place of eternal winter. I don't love it. If I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't. But in arriving here, I came across Alec and the others, or excuse me,
At least Alec.
Edie and the others.
Edie.
And my hope was that if I travel with them and help them out as best as I can in searching around this area, I can find the answers I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. Very good. Kyle, let's go you.
Okay, so my character is Klana Silver. He's a dwarven rogue, and ended up in the 10 Towns. He was primarily based out of Luskin, working with a small thieves crew there that was a little less violent and brutal than some of the ship captains groups and that sort of thing around there, but got in with on a heist of a prominent wizard, where he was kind of the one identified by said wizard of stealing a bunch of valuable stuff. So he wasn't the one who had all of it, but he basically had to cut and run, and bouncing through a few places to try to avoid the said wizard has ended up in 10 Towns about 2 years ago as a place to lay low, and been kind of scamming and swiping what he can here and there ever since to stay afloat with all the issues going on. And I'm basically saying the way he ended up with the rest of the group is they needed somebody who was good with thieves' tools for dungeoneering and that sort of thing, and he was very, very short on cash at the time and agreed for a handful of gold to kind of come along initially.
Okay. All right. Frump?
I am Father Grigori. I have made my way here to 10 Towns in search of answers to a personal question. And that question is, why am I still here? As I have told you all many times in our past sojourn together, I should not be alive. As a cleric of the grave, I find that it is a personal affront to Death herself that I am standing here before you in this skin that is not my own. I am here to seek that magic that is withheld and that can reshape the veil to understand more why my god, Death, has brought me back and allowed me to walk in this abominable form that I am, as a very short orange gnome with yellow eyes, with a perpetually looking face, takes a long drink from his flagon.
Does beer sort of spill back out because of the perpetual ing?
Yeah, he is not really good at. Yes, I'm still not used to my gnomish form.
Father,
What was he
you
before?
got it, Father.
Do
You've
we
got
know?
a little bit of stuff.
He just takes a sleeve and just.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you.
I used to be a proud Sicilian man, human man of pedigree that would shepherd his children to the grave when it was their time.
I've never heard of Sicilia, so where's that?
Sicilero, the fabled city.
Far to the south, very far to the south, across many oceans.
Okay.
I've heard it's warm in the south.
I'm just looking off in the distance, drinking my beer, thinking, "Oh dear
Keeping
God,
an eye
there's
on
Eddie
I'm-
over
Eye
there."
on the door.
And
Yeah,
I'm getting ready to leave right now.
Yeah. Okay.
My,
Jess, why don't we
you
get
go
Oh
Jen?
no, actually, my character is getting ready to leave.
Let's get Jen's
She's-
character's introduction.
Her name is Ophira Lightfoot. She's a half-elf ranger. Not quite sure why she's with this band of folk, but She was working. She comes from Luskin, and was on a boat and on their way around trading in the area, and then was caught in a blizzard about 2 years ago, which marooned our boat, and I got separated from my crew, and made it to 10 Towns, where I have been laying kind of low. I've been curious as to know what's been going on, but that's not my primary reason. I just kind of want to stay. I don't really like people. But I hear these guys are looking to figure out what's going on with the curse, and so I'm curious, and I'm gonna stick around.
Okay. Yeah. I think the general thing bringing the party together is opportunity, right? Like Edie, we'll say, has proven himself as somebody capable of handling problems, and people have been coming to him with more problems, and all of you, whether it's monetary or knowledge or whatever, have seen like a sense of opportunity in traveling with this man, right? So kind of a feeling that like this guy's doing stuff that might lead to things, and I think I want to be around for him for one reason or another. So okay, so you guys are sitting in the Eastway Tavern. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon as far as you can reckon, but it's hard to tell because at 4 o'clock every day, or at 2 o'clock every day, it goes dark and stays dark until 10 a.m. the next day. But it's about 4 o'clock as far as you can tell. Things are freezing. Snow is like, everything it's blustery there. Snowbanks piled as tall as moose outside the doors. Not outside the doors. People are shoveling it off, the poor souls that have to go out there and take care of that. Barely anyone is outside unless they have something to attend to that requires that they do. And the 5 of you find yourselves with nothing necessarily to attend to, so you're sitting about the tavern, perchance waiting for something to show up. Also in the tavern are 3 patrons at the bar. 2 of them are sitting together and 1 is off by himself. And then, of course, Scramshaw, the man running the bar. There's also a table that seats a company of 5 rough and tumble mercenary-looking types, and then 1 halfling that stands in the corner and sort of lamely attempts to raise the mood of those in the tavern by playing songs on the lute. Occasionally 1 is bawdy, and that sends the mercenaries roaring with laughter, but otherwise they are mostly not landing. So you're all in the tavern at this point, when suddenly the door slams open and a burst of Arctic air flies in as 2 figures stumble in covered in cold weather gear. They quickly shut the door behind them to not let out too much of the heat, and then quickly proclaim, "Gods be damned! Damn it!" They look over at the mercenary type sitting at the table and say, could you boys use some coin this evening?" To which the mercenaries look back and reply, "Does it look that way?" Which is when you notice their table is quite laden with food and drink as if in celebration. Seeing this, the dwarves look around disheartedly and lay eyes upon your table, particularly Klana, who is also a dwarf. She looks over at you and sort of beseechingly says, "Perhaps you lend a hand to an old dwarf?"
Well, if the same offer, the money stands.
Okay, so they walk over and approach the table and start removing some of their cold weather gear, which is when you find that the leader that you're speaking to has lost her nose to frostbite and instead just has a hollow cave where that used to be.
Oh wow, that looks like it hurts.
I think they have a
Does that
tree
hurt?
for that.
Doesn't hurt anymore. Hurt as hell when it hurt like hell when it fell off, but now it's just a void.
Ah.
And the man behind her, who is stern and silent, is missing one of his ears, his left ear.
Does
from
that hurt?
frostbite as well. He just looks at you and shakes his head solemnly.
I don't think he can hear you.
I guess that makes sense. He doesn't have an ear.
He spits you a look full of scorn and hate at that comment.
I look at them and say, maybe it's best
much.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Anyway,
shaking my head.
If I can explain. We were carrying in a sled of iron ingots for the... I've forgotten the name of the smith, I'm so sorry. For the Black Iron Blade smith in town, but we were attacked by a yeti, and poor Ubak, God rest his soul, was ripped to pieces before us. We fled and made it back to town. Scorn was injured in the escape and has gone to seek shelter at the house of the Morning Lord, and we made it back here as soon as we could. The town desperately needs that iron, and we're in no shape to fend off a Yeti if it's still prowling about. Is this something you're interested in? Of course, we can compensate for it.
Okay, couple questions. One, did you hurt the Yeti?
We took some passing shots at it as we retreated, but I can't say for sure if any damage was done to the beast.
Okay, good. That's actually my only question. Never mind.
What sort of compensation are you promising for us to do this?
She fishes around in her pouch and pulls out a small nugget of what looks like black ice and holds it out in front of you and says, "This, Charlatan, very valuable in these parts. I have a nugget for each of you. Can't say exactly how much it would fetch, but I'd wager 40-60 at the right market." And she tucks it back in her pouch.
That does sound enticing.
What was it?
Yeah,
It's a little piece of, it looked like black ice, and she called it Charlatan and said it was very valuable, well, fairly valuable in this part of, in this region.
Could I roll a history check to see if I know more about Chardlin?
You may.
Thank you.
first roll.
Let's get that over across the way. That is a 21 if that propagated properly. There it is.
That is a 21. Okay, yeah. So you know from local history that Charlatan has only been really prevalent in the Icewind Dale region for about the last 20 years or so, is when it was first discovered, and seems to be popping up more frequently as time goes on. And it is a versatile ice-like substance infused with a magic that people are still trying to understand, that allows it to be shaped and worked like metal, allowing it to be applied to a lot of various functionalities of many kinds. It's also known to be able to charge or hold magical charge, which again aids in its utility and people's desire to have it. So
I look at the group and nod that I would find these terms acceptable.
yeah, I think Dan, why don't you roll a history check too, real quick?
Cool. I can do that.
I sit back and I tamp my pipe, smoke a little bit.
Is he offering the stuff for inspection at all?
Would you like to ask her if
Yeah.
she would?
Can I look at that a little?
Do you care if I use my actual dice?
Not at all. Yeah, just roll and tell me what you roll. She eyes you suspiciously, but then supposes it's okay as long as you remain in the vision of her and her compatriot. So she hands you a small piece for you to look at.
I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Cool.
So no, I know nothing else.
Yep.
What do they use it for?
All manner of things, weaponry, magical amulets, I presume. I don't know much about it other than the mining of the stuff.
Where do you find it?
Random places all about Icewind Dale. Normally you're mining for something else, and then, there's some Charlatan.
Has there ever been a large discovery of this substance in the area? And if so, do you happen to know where that is?
She cannot speak to any particularly large deposits.
I hand it back regretfully.
They tend to be small and accidental when found, is her understanding of the situation.
Fair enough.
Yeeti gets up from the table and goes, well, I guess it seems like we're kind of doing this. So then wanders over to Scrimmy Boy, who he has a relationship with, I'm assuming. Scrim, I have to go out in the cold. Can you just line up 5 shots? We're all gonna need some shots to deal with this. We gotta warm the belly.
Okay,
6 shots if you would, Scram!
You know Scrimshaw to be a man that understands the way that a sellsword's life might go, and understands that the things he needs today he may be able to pay for quite easily the next. That said, he also understands the how inflation works, we'll say, and to keep a sharp tally on his tabs. Knowing this, he knows you to be a trustworthy customer that'll help, lend a hand if not pay in good coin. So he eagerly, or not eagerly, but happily lines up the 5 shots that you've requested, and then goes back to tending to the talkative patron in the
Thanks,
corner.
Scrimmy bud. Love
He
you,
gives you a
Scrimmy
nod.
boy.
Yes.
Come
as
on,
you
guys.
as you approach the bar, it's a good time for me to tell you guys about Old Bitey. And Old Bitey is about a 4-foot-long knucklehead trout that is mounted behind the bar in the Northlook Tavern. That is enchanted to snap and bite at anyone that happens to come within 10 feet of it. So as you approach the bar, Old Bitey turns its head, and as you've come to know and expect, snaps at you as if it might come off the wall, though it
So
never
this
does.
is a D&D version of Big Mouth Billy Bass.
This
Yes.
is,
He just doesn't sing though.
As
This is-
as Edie takes his shot, he like purposely like tinks the table, raises it just out of bite range of the old bass, whatever its name was, so it snaps
Old
at the shot.
Bitey.
Old Bitey, then downs the shot. Okay, let's go.
I follow after Yeety, just hating every moment of having to go back into the cold and just drop the shot, put it back on the
By the
back
way,
on the bar.
dwarf lady, where'd you say the gold? Where'd you say the iron was?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I got distracted looking for something else, but she'll tell you that in a minute because
No
as
problem.
you finish, because there's an
We're
important
still
piece of
taking
information.
shots. You know, it's
I walk up and I take 2.
There's an important piece of information written in here. After you guys finish your
Did
shots,
somebody take my shot?
We don't know what you're talking about.
Screamy boy, can you line up one more? You know I got you. You know I always pay you back.
after the shots
Oh,
are finished,
Listen,
the
I know
glasses-
sometimes I black out, but I always pay you back.
Who took it? Who took mine?
As you argue
I don't
about it,
know.
Old Bitey turns its head towards you once more, and in something you've never seen
God damn it,
before,
Gregory!
opens its mouth and begins to sing. There's a place I like to go, further up the river's flow. Where it is I do not know. Must be under all that snow. And then he returns to his rest.
Yeety's literally just like
want another.
Screamy! It's singing,
so
Just all
Screamy!
damn bottle.
I'm pretty sure
Can I
nobody
get a
took your shot.
now?
I think the singing knucklehead took your shot.
So the
Can I have it
dwarves,
now?
the dwarves let you know that they came from Calvin's Cairn, which is north of Bryn Shander, and the sled lies about halfway between Bryn Shander and the mine that they were at, which is just out in the middle of the tundra. But they assume that it should take you no more than 2 hours to reach where they left it.
Just so you guys know, if you open up the side menu, all the handouts are in there. If you want to like look at the map again and stuff.
Okay.
So Calvin's Cairn. All right.
I don't think it's on the map.
It is.
If you click on them,
It's
it
on
opens
the-
it up like a separate window,
It's on the overall.
Yeah.
and you
map.
can move it around.
Cool.
All right.
I
Are we-
brace
I guess
myself
we're
up in
going?
on all my winter gear as best as I can because I fucking hate this.
Yeah, as you guys,
I
as
put
you,
my
after,
mushki
you
on.
guys after you guys take the shots, they do look at you with a bit of a bit of a frown and kind of say to you, you know, we do need the iron is just sitting in the middle of the field with a hungry yeti, and the town needs it.
Well, what is he gonna eat the iron?
They're just
Oh, what? Do you
concerned.
want to go get it yourself then?
They're just concerned.
Let's just go.
They
Listen,
clearly
listen,
can't.
It's not gonna get
They
any
hear
fucking warmer.
your
gonna be
point. And
fine.
slouch. They hear your point and slouch off to the corner to drink while they wait.
Let's go.
Who's talkative bar patron that has Scrimmy's attention?
Who is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's an elf that's just talking to the bartender. As far as you can tell.
Why does he have Scrimmy's attention?
Yeah, they're just having a conversation. As far as you
he's
can
just being
tell,
a
it looks.
bartender.
Yeah, as far as you can
Okay.
tell, it just looks like
Alright,
a
alright.
chatty patron that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is this chatty patron?
You talk to
Look.
Lord.
What do you know about?
What? I'm just. Look, Scrimmy
think
hasn't
it's-
given me my shot. Somebody took mine, and I'm still missing mine.
He bought you.
I just
Wait,
want-
Alec bought you. Alec
just-
got. I mean, Yeety got you another shot.
Where is it?
On
It's
the, on-
here!
on the bar.
Someone.
All right, so you guys
I was
are,
promised a shot.
you guys are heading out of town then towards in the direction of the sled.
Yes. Right?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Al, because I saw that you have a character trait that you should be pretty adept at just finding it.
Yeah.
Because you land well, and then Jen's got the ranger thing, so that helps. All right, so you guys are walking, and I'm gonna need you all to roll a Constitution save for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's a 4 for me, dog. So
Oh.
Brendan, you've seen this face
16.
before.
Yeah, I know. I don't even. I'm not surprised anymore. You're just gonna roll
you
ones
start
this whole
off with a
campaign.
1.
You roll something. You roll something bad there.
Nat
You
one.
rolled. You rolled a one.
Oh,
That's his nat 1 face.
You rolled a one.
I roll more
I-
nat ones than anyone. It's insane.
Okay.
That's true.
I rolled
too
3 in a
rolled a
row
one.
in our other campaign.
You also rolled a one. What
a
did you
start.
get there, Dan?
Y'all
Got a
need another
16.
shot.
Huh?
Oh,
I rolled
it rolled
16.
over, but
Dan rolled a
it was a
16.
1.
Okay, I'm gonna need. Okay, you guys all need to do one more of those. People that got what? Brendan and Dan, you guys roll at advantage, so roll 2 and take the higher. The rest of you roll at disadvantage, so roll 2 and take the lower.
Another Constitution saving throw.
21.
All right. 19.
16.
3.
Nat 20 again.
All right. Okay.
Brendan's the
Kyle-
warmest boy.
And Kyle comes in
Got
with a
my mushki.
3. Huh?
7.
Is that with your Constitution modifier?
Yeah. I rolled a 5.
Okay. So you guys.
I rolled a 14, but then I had to roll then the second one. I rolled a 5.
So you also rolled. What was your roll then?
Not good enough.
You both had not good enough.
Yes.
What was this supposed to?
What was your roll?
Jen, it wasn't 5.
Your roll was
my
5
first-
with your
yeah.
Constitution. Okay. All right.
Is my constitution is 2.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to actually give you guys this or if I want to make it. Hold on. Give me one second.
And total party wipe. Nice.
Okay. Yeah. No. You guys.
And
You guys.
now our
you guys,
noses have frozen off.
you guys trudge 2 hours through the snow. Well, you trudge an hour and a half through the snow towards the direction of the sled, but at an hour and a half in, the sky starts to turn dark and winds start to howl, and the next thing you know, you're caught up in a blizzard, which makes travel immensely difficult for the next 30 minutes, or what was supposed to be 30 minutes on the way to the sled. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about getting lost because some of the abilities of your party members, so you still get there, but it doubles your travel time, meaning it took you an extra hour and a half, and Jen and Kyle both handled it particularly poorly, or I'm sorry, Klana and what's your character's name, Jen?
Ophira.
Ophira. Klana and Ophira both took it particularly poorly and have suffered a level of exhaustion. A level of exhaustion means you guys are going to be rolling at disadvantage on anything considered an ability check until you take a long rest. So that's basically everything, right?
I don't think it includes.
I don't-
like.
Does it include skill checks, or is it just like spell
No, I
abilities?
think it's probably just straight.
Combat, basically.
Like strength check, dexterity check, con check, int, whiz, or charisma. Just basic ability checks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but those are skill checks generally, aren't they?
No, skills would be like acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, where you can add modifiers to it.
Well, I think it is skill checks, but it's not attack or save throws. Because that's what 3 levels of exhaustion does.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's skill checks. It's not combat checks and
Okay.
saving throws.
Here,
Okay.
I'll link
just
it in.
skill checks.
Yeah. Not just skill checks, but mostly skill checks.
Here's. Boop. There you go.
Oh, you got the.
Great.
I got you, fam.
Yeah, those are the
I-
exhaustion levels.
Thank you, Father Grigori.
Yes.
That was cold, guys.
How
Our
Grigori-
magic tablets have been updated with information.
All right. So as you're walking through the snow, you're in the blizzard. You can barely see, but you are still approaching the sled. And because you can barely see, you come quite suddenly across a frozen, dismembered corpse lying in a gully. Snow covers some of the parts, the gory bits, which are both of the arms are missing, and the torso has been ripped open. And severed limbs are visible. You can see the arms lying in the snow. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and behind it you can see the grooves in the snow that have clearly been left by a sled that has been hauled away by someone. No sign of a Yeti outside of the tracks surrounding the remains.
Can I
of
search a
the
little
corpse.
more for that, just to make sure? Can I search for?
Can I check the corpse?
You may, yeah. Go ahead and make
Okay.
a survival check.
Alec, you can go first, yeah.
I'm just keeping
20.
my eyes peeled.
Not nat.
Are you looking? Because you're checking to see if the Yeti is around.
I'm doing like a circumference around to see if the Yeti's around.
Perimeter check.
Okay, so
basically.
you do a circumference around, and you can see two sets of tracks that are leading off in the snow. One is leading off to the west and is hard to follow, as if they've been there for a long time and look bigger than the other tracks. The other tracks seem as if they were made by something wearing snowshoes and follow along in the path of the cart and seem much more recent.
Okay.
All right, then can I check the corpse?
Yeah, you can check the corpse.
I
Would you like me to
also
roll
walk
for
up behind Rolzer as he goes to do this. And I go, wait, Rolzer, this is not how we treat our dead. Allow me to perform last rites on this corpse. You may have the sundry possessions, but allow me to deal with the frozen fleshy sickles that are this poor, once living human.
I step back and allow Father Grigori to do his thing.
Okay, what are your... Yeah, go ahead.
I strip the corpse. I compile the torn apart pieces. I repose the thing into like a thing, into like a looking.
At which point you come to the realization that the head is nowhere to be found.
I just. Some people have no respect for the dead, and I look over at Rolzer.
I think a Yeti necessarily wouldn't. I don't know. You know, if it's hungry, it might just take the head. I don't.
Yeah, but that just seems odd.
Can I do a nature check
The brains
on that
are
to
just
see?
kind of
Yeah,
good.
I don't really know the checks, but how do we on what we know about Yetis?
Yeah, you could just do a nature check. Yeah, so do you
Oh,
want
a
me
Yeti check?
do you want me to be like secreting these to you, or I'll just
Yeah, that might be helpful for me.
if I just like tell Brendan what he knows based on that roll?
At least for
can-
Father Grigori, he's pretty talkative. So while he's doing his rites, he would be talking like whatever he knows about it. He would be talking about this doesn't seem like the way a wild animal would deal with things. Just taking
so
the head. Normally they go for the guts.
Okay, so as you notice that the Yeti head is missing, you remark to the group an interesting fact. You remember that Yeti often adorn their lairs with the decapitated heads of the things that they've killed as trophies.
Yes.
Yeah.
This definitely seems like the work of a Yeti.
Sure does.
Don't much like the
I know- Listen,
tracks by
all
the
I'm
sled.
saying, I know a couple things about Yetis.
All right, so yeah,
Leave the clothes in a pile for Rolzer to look through as I just kind of like dig a hole in the snow and like compose the body in it.
what's left of it. Okay, Dan,
Yeah.
if you proceed to search the belongings at that point, you find nothing of any real value. You find that there's an ice pick and some crampons, which are things you can tie to the bottom of your shoes to prevent you from slipping on ice, which might be worth taking.
Yeah, I'll
Edie-
take both. 'Cause you...
But other than that, it's just his cold weather clothes, and anything else of use was probably taken by his companion. Well, no, it wouldn't have been taken by his companions. So no, but he just had his crampons, his ice pick, and his cold weather clothes on him.
Edie turns to Father Grigori and goes, "Watch this!" And then just like forms an icicle gravestone and just like carves Rit into it using shape water.
Okay, is that all within the realm of possibility? We're just gonna no, that's
I can shape it and I can make it. It's already kind of ice, but I can make it ice. I'm pretty sure I can do that. It's not more than 5 feet.
Edie erects a little ice grave.
Right by the little grave that Frump made.
Yeah, for Ubak. Okay, so you guys have buried Ubak. That's very nice. From
lovely, yes.
We'll
get a big bonus for
a
that.
point of inspiration for your makeshift burial of Ubak.
Don't worry. It might be cold here now, but the grave is warm in its eternal embrace.
I don't really know what that means, but that's kind of freaking me out.
I'll take the ice pick and crampons. And
Someday, Yeetie, you will know. Sad eyes. You all will know someday.
He sort of like goes away and goes over to Rolzer and is like, I think he's saying he's gonna kill us. I don't really like that.
No, he's just clerics of that domain are quite focused on their tasks, so he's just committed to what he does. There's nothing to worry about, I don't think.
He sort of like rolls away from Rolzer and goes over to Klana and goes, I think he's gonna kill us.
I think he just likes touching the bodies.
He sort of rolls away from him and goes over to Ophira and goes, I think he touches dead bodies.
Do you touch dead bodies?
He sort of rolls away and goes, all right, well, I guess let's get this iron back. I'm real freaked out. I just need to go home and drink more booze.
Okay, so now sort of splintered party solemnly and silently trudges through the snow. Father Grigori seems in good spirits, but the rest of you are sort of a little uneasy with each other's company. But about half an hour. About a half an hour of following the tracks later, you see lights in the distance and begin to hear the chatter of what you recognize to be goblins. So, let's go here. Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
It did it.
Oh.
Alright. Can anybody see anything right now?
Yes, I can see things that I probably shouldn't.
Goblins.
What can you see?
I see goblins around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I see goblins around a cart.
You can see those.
And then I see Dan's.
I see Rolzer that I can move,
I see
but that's it.
and Dana.
Yeah, I can move. I can
And then
move
you see
into-
the goblins around the cart. You can see the goblins because the two in the front and in the back are carrying torches. So,
Okay.
give me just a second.
Edie
here.
puts his torch out on instinct. So I can't see shit.
Yeah.
I misread that and thought it was like puts his torch out.
No.
That's why.
He turns off the light on his staff.
Okay.
I have the light.
Alex sits in the dark. Roll
Kyle,
the
do you have your night vision? Do you have your night vision and your token?
Yes.
Okay. Frump, night vision and token?
Let's find out. It looks like it. Yes, I do.
Okay. Dan?
Yes, I can now see myself. Yep.
Jen, night vision token?
Yes.
And Al, you want your torch off? Or
Is it absolute darkness? Like, how far can I see if it's off?
if it's off, you can't see anything outside of the range of the torches that the goblins are carrying. It is incredibly dark right now. Yeah.
Okay, that's
It is lightly falling, and it's very, very dark.
that's fine. That's fine, I think.
We all can see.
I mean, I can't see you, but if I can see the goblins, I can at least be a little aware.
Can you see your token at all?
I cannot. I think you have to give me 5 feet of light regardless.
Yeah, I have to give you something.
Which I guess kind of makes sense because I'd be able to like feel anything in 5 feet.
Kind of glow like a Dark Souls character.
Yeah.
I grab out from my pouch a mechanical weasel with like modified feet to look like snowshoes, and I set it on the ground, and I pull a small box out as well, and I set it like I twist it into its back crevice, and I open it up, and music plays.
You're gonna do that because the goblins haven't noticed you.
Right.
If he's doing that, I'm kind of gonna go out a decent distance away and stay trained.
Okay, hold on. But Al, can you see your token now?
No.
Before we start, you can't see your token yet.
No.
Still.
I can see you.
That's good.
Me too.
That's good. I like that. I'm happy for you guys.
Listen, you're the one who doesn't have dark vision.
How about now?
Yes, and I can see the gobos that have light.
Okay, but you can. It's just the 5 feet around you.
Yes.
Other
Like I
than
can
that-
see whoever's right here barely. I can see half their token. So I have a
and you
5
can
foot vision radius of
You
them.
guys can see because if you look on the other side of the map, you should be able to see some
A
beams
little
of light.
something.
Yeah, you can tell that those are beaming out of a large wooden structure of some
Ooh.
kind. You can see near the bottom of it. You can see the outline of wheels, so you assume some sort of wagon. But you can see light breaking out of the sides of something in the distance. The goblins clearly look like they're marching towards, and in front of you, you see 2 goblins, one in the front and one in the back, holding aloft torches to light the area, and then 4 goblins that are very miserably pulling along the sled laden with iron ingots. And then you guys are all lined up at the back there, and you have currently not been noticed by the goblins. So put yourselves in whatever position you want to be on the
Is
portion of the map there.
Grigori still doing the music thing?
Sure
I
am. And
I don't know.
I pat the weasel on the butt to make him start running towards the light, going a little bit north of them, like boop, to this trajectory.
Do the arrows.
Yeah, how do you do the arrow that shows length?
Top left, there's a small bar. The 4th one down is a ruler-looking icon. If you click on that, you can choose to do snap to corner, snap to center.
Oh, okay.
And then you can click and do stuff. So I'm having it move up towards that direction with my arrow.
Oh, neat. That's cool.
Suddenly, there are so many arrows on the screen.
All right, Steve, can I move along with it in stealth?
Well, hold on. Yeah, hold on. So, because it's completely dark over there. So you are setting it down and making music, and the weasel is running up, right?
It's the music box is attached to the weasel.
The music box is attached to the weasel. Okay. Is anybody else doing anything while that's happening? I guess.
I'm gonna try to move
Alright.
up to this. No,
Edie
Stealth.
is just gonna wait until like something happens before he pops out.
Kyle, yeah, go ahead, Kyle. Roll up stealth.
I will stay by Yeety because I know he can't see that well.
it's 20 after modifiers.
Okay. Yeah. So you get up there. Fine. You're doing what, Al?
Actually, I cast mage armor on myself.
You're casting mage armor on yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Dan, you said you're doing what?
If Alec is staying back, I'll keep an eye on him. If he can't see that well, I will stay close to him. Plus, I can
It's not. Wait, what's your character's name? You
Rolzer.
are Rolzer. Get in there. Have some fun. It's no worries.
I can hit them from back here.
Oh, you know what? Stay back here. Let's hit them together. We'll get them. Oh yeah, you're a warlock boy. I forgot about that. You
Jen,
like
what are
to
you
touch
doing?
demons and stuff.
Are you doing anything right now with the surprise round?
I don't think you understand, but well, I won't
No.
discuss that now.
No, I'll just stay where I am right now.
Hanging out back there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
So
See
Roser,
how
I
things
agree.
play out.
Succubus are also very gorgeous and sexy. You know, if you've got
Succubi?
what you got, then that's just all there is to it. I'm not gonna judge you.
Can we continue this discussion later, Yidi?
Try to
Over a drink?
whisper-
Not
Yeah,
right.
all right.
Succubi!
He
We'll
wants to
talk
get you
about
drunk
it.
first.
Succubi!
all right.
Well, only if it goes both ways.
Father Grigori has sent a clockwork toy along the ground with a music box attached to its back. Obviously, as soon as the music starts, the goblins begin looking around sort of nervously. Klana Silver sneaks up alongside the music box carrying Weasel to a certain degree and then hides behind a rock while this goblin comes out a bit towards the noise, spots the toy, and then attempts to smash it with the torch that he's carrying.
Hey, before he's doing that, like when he gets close to it, can I see if I know whether goblins have dark vision or not?
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that all of you guys are aware of the fact that goblins have dark vision.
Right.
We deal with goblins a lot up here.
So
All the time.
So he's noticed the weasel, but not Kyle. Or
yeah, I did good on my stealth.
Yeah, Kyle did good on his stealth.
If I do something like taking disadvantage, could I like fire without giving away my spot? I'm guessing, but
No, I mean you're within his range of dark vision. You're not like hidden in total darkness or anything, so he'd be able to.
well,
Well, instead, can I shoot off an Eldritch Blast at him because I have 120 feet and he's currently 95 feet away?
I mean, yeah, any of you can. You guys are still in surprise. Nobody's been noticed yet, so.
all right, I'm prepping an action to see like when I see Dan do it, see if I need to fire at this guy or if I can hold next dude that shows.
All right. I look at Yidi and give him a nod, saying, "Let's fucking do this." And I hold up my hand and I start to invoke this dark new thing in my head, so I can shoot a blast of energy at it.
Can I
Oh,
also
okay.
at the same time shoot a fireball?
Everybody just wants to all shoot at the
I mean,
one.
Can we just all shoot at once? Can we just all shoot at once and kill them all?
there's a one guy
Broad fire!
Just gonna
All
shoot
right.
explode the one guy.
down on him.
22 to hit.
Is what you just rolled?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
All right. I need my D10. And I don't add anything else to this D10, right? It's just a D10.
get stuff. Let's add like
is
a
it
modifier to it, but at the start,
It doesn't add your charisma or anything.
like I can't remember. if
Not
it's
yet.
2 or
No, it's just a D10. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, not bad. If it's just a D10, that is 8 points of force damage from my Eldritch Blast.
8 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, all right. So this goblin, while you were preparing your spell, he came out and he did swing his scimitar down, or his torch rather, down on the toy, and he hit it and he broke it. That shattered into pieces, and he had just enough time to look about quizzically before an Eldritch Blast came zizzing out of the dark and hit him in the side of the head and just blew off half his face, and he fell over dead in the dirt, dropping his torch. So I'm going to leave the token there for the purpose of the light, but that guy is dead. So that guy has died. The other goblins are all looking about nervously, and they have an idea of the direction that it came from, but none of them can see you yet, so I guess we should all roll for initiative at this point.
It was definitely a discordant ice cream truck song, by the way. That was coming from that music box.
Music box is playing.
I had
yeah,
an ice cream truck play Christmas music once. That was
In our,
That was really
Nice.
just by the way, in our other campaign, we learned for initiative, it's almost always best if everybody just puts their initiative in chat. Because
Okay.
otherwise everybody's like yelling numbers at the DM all at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that makes
And
sense.
how
just
do
like,
we do that?
Just
Yell numbers at
type
the
it.
DM, you just like say a number really loud.
12, 17, 92, 47, hike.
Do you guys see the turn order thing, or is it
Mhm.
just?
Yep.
Do you see the turn order thing?
There aren't currently any tokens on this page that take a turn.
Yep, I see that.
But yeah, he just. Brent, I can't believe you. Both you rolled back-to-back 20s on the Constitution save, and Al got a natural 1. Very first checks we had to do.
Mine
Yeah,
was
that sounds
also
about right, honestly.
my,
Yeah, so we had 2 20s and 2 1s.
Mhm.
my first roll in like years was a 1.
It's a good
You're
good
just
start.
getting the bad juju out. That's
Let's hope that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. You gotta bless the dice. Honestly, that's why I play a cleric every time, so I can bless my rolls.
From cut 3.
I bless the rolls in the Icewind Dale. I bless the rolls.
Oh man, getting gonna need everybody to consolidate their names and tokens because it's throwing me for a loop. We don't have to right now. I was just looking. I was trying to get everybody's initiative in there, and I was looking at your tokens, and then over at your character names. And Al, what's your dex bonus?
It's +3. I
It's
added
plus
my
3.
initiative already.
No, I know,
rolled-
but
oh,
you
okay.
will be higher than something else on initiative.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
I named him a token for you.
Oh wow, thank you. And yeah, down there.
Oh,
And just to go ahead, Kyle.
how do
Go
you
ahead.
If you click on your token, the settings looking button that is settings, if you click on that, you go into settings and you can name your character. You need to have your arrow selected again for tools. Roll20 is great, and also
Cumbersome.
that's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the start.
Okay,
But it's
so
also brought us together.
the
Yeah.
goblins.
I
Are,
spelled my name's wrong. My name wrong.
the goblins are now aware of you guys to some degree. They can't see you. And Ophira, you have the next action.
Before she does that, did you say I smoked this one in one shot?
You did.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just leaving it there.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's half faceless.
One more
Um,
training tip, by the way. If you long press anywhere, you'll get like a ping. So if you're ever trying to point something out,
Oh, right.
Okay.
you just have to be on at top left. You have to be on the select/move tool.
I'm gonna hit this guy with my longbow
With
from
your,
where I am.
with your longbow, huh?
Pretty long bow.
All right.
Longbow is long.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, lost her.
Damn, the longbow's range is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 100. It's 150
It's
yards.
600
Yeah.
feet with disadvantage. What the actual fuck?
Wait, what?
Well, yeah,
That's what
because
that
like,
600 is. You can shoot longer than 150 if you roll at disadvantage.
it's like those big arcing shots, like
Sure.
you do in pass.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
It's
really
a
know how
I don't know if I've
No.
seen a 600-foot map.
Yeah.
I mean, even the British longbow only were good up to like 300 yards.
Well, that's 900 feet.
I know.
Yeah, man. Listen, map just happened.
Yep.
All right. So did you?
Sorry, my
Shot.
my headset ran out of battery real quick, so
Oh, that's all right.
Nice.
Did you,
Okay.
did you make your roll?
no. Shit, what was it? Fuck.
Sloppy dice, take a drink.
Roll a 7.
Is that with your modifiers and everything?
Yep.
You rolled a.
Oh wait, for.
Your-
Oh no. What is it? Sorry.
That's okay. I think
I
your
had it
plus to
open.
hit for a longbow is 4.
Oh yeah, it is. So I
Yep.
rolled a 5, so 9.
Oh, a 9. Okay.
Oh shit, you're right. It is 600.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that arrow goes arcing off, but that goblin manages to step out of the way just in time to have it harmlessly bounce off his leather armor and not deal any lasting damage. All right, Klana. Mr. Rogue behind the rocks.
Alright,
This set is
just
not doing
gonna-
well. I'm gonna use
I'm
a
assuming I can use the same check, right?
You
Just
can
like
what?
do I have to re-roll stealth for like peeking around the rocks?
No, the goblin up front would have noticed you, but he got immediately smoked. The other ones can't see you.
I'm not rolling well with this set.
Well, like if I move into their sight, but I'm still like, do I have to re-roll stealth?
No, as long as you're like staying behind cover.
All right, I'm gonna move here and. All right, I'm gonna kind of poke out around the side, try to nail a guy for.
You're gonna what?
I'm just moving a couple feet around this side of the rock.
Okay.
Try to get.
You're breaking up a
Fire
lot,
at
Kyle.
this
You gotta project,
Let me-
I think, with that mic.
Yeah, well, it's also probably picking up whatever you're watching next to.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna try to hit this guy
In the
in
back
the further
with the torch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Big bucks, no whammies. Well, I'm sure it's enough because I rolled an 18
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
6.
That's
Okay.
gonna hit.
Okay.
That'll do, Klana. That'll do.
And then my sneak attack damage. So he's gonna take 10.
He's gonna take 10. Okay. So as the goblins are all turned to the back where their compatriot has fallen and sort of peering off into the darkness from a direction they're completely unsuspecting of, an arrow comes whizzing out. You have a crossbow. Is that it?
No, short bow.
A short bow. Okay.
You don't get. You have to do stuff to
Okay.
light or crossbow as a rogue.
Okay, so an arrow comes whizzing out and catches this goblin in the throat, sending him silently falling to the ground as he clutches, but doesn't seem like he's going to be getting back up. Most definitely doesn't seem like he's going to be getting back up. All right, so then this goblin over here, these goblins are now very aware of you, Kyle, and are able to see you. And since you're the only lead they
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my iPad.
Okay. All right. This one first is going to move back here. He's going to move up to where this other guy died, and then he is going to blow on a war horn that he has.
Oh boy.
That's not what I wanted to hear at all.
At which point, you see.
At which point you're fucked.
You
Alec
see
turns
a,
to his level 1 spells to see what AoE he has.
You see a goblin carrying a torch clamber onto the top of what you can now very clearly see is a 15-foot tall wagon in the background.
Is that the wooden structure back here?
That is the wooden structure back
Okay.
there. So yes, so there's now a goblin on top of there, and their illumination allows you to also see that it is being pulled by some polar bears, which are tethered to the front of the
Oh Christ!
they're chained to the front of the wagon. They're not currently
Ranger, handle the animals.
But there
Handle the
There
animals.
are polar bears up there as well.
Also, I kind of again
You what?
my icon at the bottom swing.
You are cutting in and out so terribly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really bad, Kyle.
Hey, I'll use the other mic.
The other mic.
Someone
The other
that's something
mic.
that's closer to your mouth and not the TV.
Well, yeah, so it's not so close to the TV.
Closer to you.
Yeah.
We just want to be closer to your mouth, KP.
Kyle, it's really important that we get closer to your mouth, bud.
Actually, I was gonna say
well,
if we could maybe
all right, never mind. I don't want it.
No.
It does say it's a party hole.
We all knew
What?
it was coming, right? Let's just
Look at his
accept
shirt. Look at his shirt.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, fair enough.
It's a party hole thing.
You wouldn't
You
understand.
know, I was curious before.
No longer.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Okay, Kyle, are you good? What were you saying before? You said now we can't
Oh,
hear you.
your mic's not working.
Now we
you
can't
gotta-
hear you at all, Kyle.
You gotta probably change your Discord settings.
Yeah,
Classic Discord.
or just restart Discord, and it'll probably pick up the new default.
Yep.
Every time I plug in my PS4 controller in my Discord, like, do you want to switch this to an audio device?
Do you
I
want your
know.
speaker
No.
to be
No.
That's because
Alright,
the
is that
PS4
better?
controller is convinced. Yes,
Yes.
is convinced that it should have speakers and microphones on it, even though that's like the worst
was just-
idea I've ever heard.
necessary, and a lot of people are using them?
I was just saying my icon at the bottom is fancy now.
Oh,
You sound
okay.
a lot
Oh,
better
that was-
too, by the way.
You do sound a lot better. But that was a lot of trouble to tell us that you have a fancy icon now.
My icon is
Yeah, you
fancy.
see why I wasn't like concerned about doing
I
it?
just need to turn him up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too. I just did.
That's okay. You're good though, Kyle. Don't worry
Turn
about it. You're good.
Yeah.
We just need to turn you
That's
up
on
our
us.
side.
Right now we can hear you like without it.
Can I get a KP test?
Without me having to use the soothing sound of my voice.
Wait, no, but that's what we need.
people always
Yeah,
say
that was
about
it.
Kyle's voice is how soothing it is.
All right, somebody else
Alright.
go.
This goblin is moving over here to where he can get a better line of sight on you, and he's going to fire off at you with a short bow. And that's gonna be, that's gonna hit you. That's gonna be a 23, right? So
No, sorry, my armor class is 24.
not gonna do it. Okay. All right. So you're gonna take 4 damage from that one. A pretty sizable zinger to the arm.
Which one shot him?
This one.
Can you ping
Is
it?
it? I'm trying, but it doesn't. seem
You need to change to the tool top left
Oh, I
to
see,
pointer
I see.
tool. All right.
Yeah. This one. And now it is Rolzer's turn to act.
I saw the one that took a pot shot at Kalana.
Yep.
She's trying to love you.
We're just gonna. Oh shit! Not quite close enough. I'm actually going to take my. Do I still get 30 feet of movement, or am I encumbered trying to get 15?
You get 30. Why would you be encumbered?
Because of its snow terrain.
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you if it's ever at that point, but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick little measurement here. Just barely within 120 feet. We're gonna light off another Eldritch Blast like that guy.
Warlock, say the line.
And now I'll
Blast!
cast my Eldritch Blast.
That's the most
Nice, every
surprising
time.
move for a warlock I've ever heard.
That's going to be 12 overall to hit.
12 to hit?
Yes.
Okay, that is going to whiz past his shoulder and not connect with the goblin.
Beans.
Yes. And now he's facing towards you. He can't see you, but he is, again, interested in where these magic bolts are coming from.
He's
Their-
very
their atten-
concerned.
Their attention is very torn. They're like the physical arrows or the magic bolts. I'm not sure. Yeety, it is your
All right.
turn.
So this guy, right, and this guy
Yes.
are both like on the ground, hurting very bad. Probably
They are,
They're
looks like
dead?
dead.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
One of them's
Um,
missing half their head, the other one got shot through the throat. They're not.
okay. Yeah. All
They're
right.
not living
back up.
anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Put it that way.
Let's take a look at what kind of movement I got here. So, yep, that's 30 feet right there. So, Yeety's gonna be like, I need to memorize some names. I have not done that yet.
That's okay. Yeah, I don't, most of us probably are gonna need to.
I guess I don't actually know that Klana got hit, so I just like run up there, and then let's see what kind of range we're looking at here. And I'm gonna fire a firebolt at this this guy over here. So
The one that I missed.
yep.
All right.
So he brings his hand up, and you see geometric shapes, and a firebolt comes out of those geometric shapes as if coming from another dimension. And then
whizzes through the
I
air.
roll a
and-
1. So
It whizzes through
Are
the
you
air and
kidding me?
into the cart,
Oh.
into the sled
Switch
of
your
iron,
dice, dude.
into the sled of
I
iron.
did.
And
Doesn't matter.
like, slightly
burn.
melting one of them.
Look at that. Huh. Well, that was cool.
he just goes, "Whoops!"
The goblin next to the cart looks down at where the cart gets hit and singed, and then looks at the darkness and snarls, and actually then takes his turn. And he comes moving out past his buddy's corpse here until he's close enough that he can see you guys in the darkness. And seeing that you're both there, he decides to kind of... You see him kind of eeny-meeny. He can't tell who he thinks is more threatening, and so he shoots at... Let's
Oh.
see. He shoots at Dan. And
He does look more threatening.
rolls an 11.
My armor class is 12. It does not hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. He
Oh, are
shoots
we
across
doing
the
ties to attackers or defenders? By the way,
It's always attackers.
Ties are to attackers, right? Yeah.
not necessarily.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
One rules are that.
That doesn't
Um,
mean we're playing by exactly those
we're
rules.
playing ties. to attackers.
All right.
Yeah. So no, you managed to deftly dodge. Or do you have leather armor?
Uh,
Do you have any sort of armor, or you just?
His skibbies.
no, I really don't have any armor on.
Yeah. So you dodge that arrow successfully.
No, excuse me. I only have leather armor on. Excuse me. My bad.
Okay. All right. Regardless,
You
Either way.
still.
that guy
Moving
is
on.
dead. This guy comes up alongside his compatriot, and his compatriot points at Dan, having decided that that's the person that they should be worried about.
Bummer.
This one is a 15. So,
Ouch.
Dan, you are going to get stabbed in the leg for 3 damage.
Ouch. Ouch. My leg bones.
Right in your tibia.
Oh, my tibia.
Not
then
the
Father-
tibia.
Father Grigori, do you have another weasel that you'd like to?
I only got one at a time. It's my tinker toy.
How long does it take you to make another one? Is it
I think it's another hour.
Oh, okay. It's not like you can just whip one up.
No, yeah, especially because like I'm not a whatever they are, artificer. It's just because I'm a gnome. I can have 3.
Yeah.
But things that I can do are charge a full 60. Nice, that's a good spot to be. Yeah, like right there. That's 60 feet. Are each of these squares 5 feet? Out of curiosity.
Yep.
No,
Cool.
the squares themselves are 10 feet.
No, I think they're
Another 5 feet.
Oh, 5,
When you
10,
draw
15, 20.
when you draw the thing, it's 10 feet.
Oh, is it? Or
Yeah.
is that wrong?
Yeah,
Like if you
that's-
go across one full square,
Oh.
it's 10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
What?
it's
No,
10
no,
feet.
it's showing 5 feet for me.
Really?
So if you click
It's-
like
yeah.
top left to top left,
So
it's 10 feet.
Do snap to
Oh,
center.
but it
I
says
am-
2 squares.
Do snap to corner. If you go across
Yeah, do
one,
snap to corner because we're doing corners
Yeah, and if you
as
do across
being
one,
viable.
if you do across one square length, it says 5 feet 1 square.
It's got 10 feet for me, so that's why I'm asking.
Really?
Mine's
Like if
like
you
Oh,
click,
that's weird.
click
Two-
okay,
but it says
click
2
top
square.
left of a square, then click top left of the next square over. That's 10 feet.
That for me says 5 feet 1 square.
We're seeing different things. Some of them are saying 10 feet, 2 squares, and some of them are saying 5 feet, 1 square.
Those are the same.
So regardless, it's the
That's
same.
the same thing.
Yeah, if
I think
okay,
I think our scaling is just different.
you're zoomed out far
Yeah, I
enough.
think you might be
turns them
zoomed
into
out
10
too
feet
far.
Squares.
Right. Yeah, I'm zoomed now.
Oh,
if
the
you zoom
squares
in further.
change. Okay.
Got it. Yep. We were just looking at different squares.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
zoomed way out. I have the
didn't
whole
realize you
map.
could zoom. I didn't realize you could zoom out
Yeah,
far
I was like,
enough.
what the fuck is
Squares.
happening? Yeah, I have the whole
We
map
conquered as a party,
available
you guys.
currently.
There's nothing we can't do.
Yeah,
We
it's-
did it. Go team.
Set on your
Either way.
occupies a 5 foot. You guys aren't all large creatures stomping around in the tundra. Everyone is occupied.
No, it shows.
Oh,
If you
shit.
zoom out, it shows you as a small 1/4 of
Yeah.
it, which is why I was like, oh, okay, the squares are
Right.
just 10 feet.
We're big people.
Word.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Either way,
Yeah.
I use my
It
movement
scales correctly.
and my action to move to get to right here.
Okay. And that's
Unless you have a bonus action you're trying to do.
My bonus action is to yell at these guys and go, "Ha, you ugly goblins! If you wish to send someone to the grave, look at your companions."
okay.
Are you doing
Strong words.
intimidation?
No,
No.
Or you just hollering?
He's just
I just
He's just
hollering.
being Father Grigori.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
Ophira, it is
It's
back to
called acting.
your turn in the action.
I roll my eyes at what just happened in front of me. And gonna shoot this dude with my longbow.
Pretty good idea.
Oh yeah, are you gonna actually
idea.
shoot this one with your lawbow?
I will try.
Rude.
That
First
didn't
of
even
all,
fall in
rude.
the thing. 15 plus 4, 19.
I don't think that's going to do it. I think that goblin is wearing basically head to toe steel plate. So actually, I
He's
forgot
got
to tell you guys
full
about
plate
that
and a
one.
shield.
That one goblin. No, that very easily pierces through his armor and into his chest. Roll for your damage.
Steve, can you mark the ones that are dead? Because I keep forgetting.
How? Yeah.
There's
How could
like
I,
ways
how-
you can do it.
Can you
It's
turn
like,
the token like 90 degrees?
No,
That's what my
there's
buddy
actual
does.
markers you can do. If
Oh.
you like
In
long
the
click,
settings.
if you long click an icon, I think you can mark them with stuff. Yeah, if you long click an icon and then go to the bottom thing, there's
does
like
that
you can do
it?
like death. Yeah,
Does he
Yeah,
have,
there you go.
you have a little skull on
Yep.
it now? Yeah.
Little skulltula.
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
That's a Zelda
Because I
reference.
just keep forgetting.
No, that's
All
totally
this-
cool. I don't blame
All this stuff
I do-
happening, I'm just
I do
behind
6
this
damage.
rock, like, oh, it sounds
6
exciting.
damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Okay, so that arrow goes through the upper left-hand side of his armor and right into his shoulder there, but he manages to stay standing, albeit very staggered. He does not look well. It looks like he definitely felt it. Klana.
All right.
I'm about to get fucked.
Hey, how sturdy is the snow right now?
How sturdy is the snow? It's plenty sturdy. You guys are.
That's a very
guys are
weird
Like
question.
it's almost like the surface when we're walking across it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any sort of movement penalties or anything right now. The snow is hard packed and easy to traverse at this current time.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna use my bonus action to toss a handful of ball bearings over here around where I am.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna work the
Okay.
way you want it to. Ball bearings are still gonna
Okay.
sink into the
That's
snow
kinda
and
what I
not.
was wondering. Is
The
it
ball
like
bearings are
hard
not going to
surface?
roll around on
Right.
top of the snow. Yeah, that's.
Well, how about if I dump a little bit of the water skin out to create an ice patch?
You want to try and dump a water skin to create an ice patch? I mean, sure. Where are you trying to?
Just
Create-
here.
Just right next to you? You're just
Try
trying.
to freeze
well, like-
that fast.
in this spot. I think it's cold enough that it would if
It's certainly cold enough that it could freeze very quickly.
so. Like it's just a quick thing, like not a ton, but I'm just gonna toss some,
Some water here.
throw
to
some
make
water there to
ice.
hope they slip, and then move out around here. Are these guys both alive?
Yeah, the
Yes.
dead ones have little things next to them now.
Okay.
They're also engaged with other people if you worry about maintaining your sneak attack.
Here's Kyle's little ice.
My
Does
little
everybody,
eyes.
does everybody see his little ice there now?
I don't even see Kyle, but that's because
I can't see him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe you. How about that?
Just outside of my dark vision.
Yeah, I don't see him.
yeah, that's interesting, huh?
Okay. Then
Things are happening.
I'm gonna take a shot at the closer guy here.
Okay.
I'm sure 14 plus 6 is enough.
Yes.
All right.
Avenge my fibula and tibula.
Do I still get sneak attack? I think he would have to like not.
He would have to not
don't
know of
think-
your existence.
Yeah, you can. No, sneak attack is actually pretty liberal, I think, in 5e.
You just need
Yeah,
to have an
and-
advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
Well, it's advantage or they're like engaged with someone else. Or
Yeah, aren't they engaged with me and Kyle?
It's
I
got to
mean,
be like
me and
it's got to be
melee.
like engaged, like they're next to each other in melee combat.
In melee.
Yeah.
If you
It's
would
that
say
type
that
of engaged.
he's not like focusing on me enough to remember I'm there, but other than that, I don't think I get it.
I think I'll let you have it on that one. The guys in the back are definitely aware of where you are and are tracking you, but these other two haven't been paying attention to you really.
Okay. In that case, he's gonna take a 10 again. I have
Oh, okay. Kyle very proficiently cleans this goblin's ears with a shot from his bow, lodging an arrow firmly in the side of his head. He drops to the ground like a wet sack of cement.
All right, and I'm gonna try to get as much.
Back up.
I'm gonna try and get as much cover as I can from the rocky outcrop here.
The one that you're by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like tuck against it.
Let me just get it.
Yeah. That's good. That's fine. Okay. Cool. Let's see. This goblin, which you guys can't see. You guys can't see this goblin. This goblin is going to. What does this do? Wants to get Kyle, but.
But he's gonna slip on the ice like a big dangus.
Yeah, you're gonna.
It's all coming together.
My plan.
Oh, I can see Kyle now. He's down here to the south.
Okay, so he is coming over here. Can you guys not see him anymore?
I'm really.
He didn't make it to your ice yet, but he's.
Oh, but he will. He will, Steve.
Then this guy sees him going that way and decides to come around this way. At which point he spots Kyle on this side of the rock and takes a shot at Kyle.
I have a visitor at the campsite.
What does cover do again?
I know, I'm really sad I missed.
There's half cover and full cover, and that's all I remember.
Yeah, so Kyle, you get
2 to
plus
AC.
+2 to AC.
Definitely not 3/4.
Yeah, okay, so I do not think that a 9 is going to do it.
Oh, my armor class is only 6, so yeah.
Yeah, okay,
dang.
alright, so Kyle's dead. Kyle gets
Oh,
one
oh,
shot,
fucking dang, man.
and that's it.
See you later, party
It's been
hole.
real.
And I was the chosen one, so there goes the campaign.
That's the whole campaign. Rolzer,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay.
Got an S.
Well, seeing that dude just come up here, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and give this guy
Fine.
a good old Eldritch blast because I know my guy Yeety's got the other guy who's been damaged.
Eldritch Blast, you say?
I'm so surprised.
Never heard of it.
Oh, that definitely hits. That's a 26 to hit.
Like sitting on my.
Jesus.
Sorry, 27 for the AC.
Okay, yeah, that does.
This goblin
affect-
has
Right,
the
that's
magic
very
armor
rare.
of Elderoth, so yeah.
It
Unless we have a
and that-
magical sword.
and that will be 7 points of damage, sir.
Okay, all right, yeah, that one catches that goblin squarely in the chest, and he falls back in a heap in the snow and lays there. Stays.
I simply look back at Yeety and do your turn. And
He sort of
Yudi's
like looks
"What?
over, like
What is that?"
kind of confused, like, why are you blowing on your fingers?
On your
Since like
fingers.
Edie's never seen a gun.
What
So
are
he's
you
very,
Because who
very
has
confused.
seen guns?
There are guns, but Yeety's never seen one.
It is your turn.
Rolzer is a man of means, or was.
Yeah, after staring confused at Rolzer, he turns and fires off
Yeah, because
another
I,
firebolt,
That's what it was like.
and like we'll see what fucking happens, I guess.
Oh man, Celia's
What?
still here. Fuck.
Burst into flames.
Don't
that's
do
a
that.
20, not nat.
Heard. I mean, I haven't talked to her since September, and
7 damage.
7 damage.
Yep.
I was like,
Okay, to this guy and this guy right
Yep,
here.
that guy right there.
Yeah. Okay, that guy bursts into flame, lets out a shriek of pain as he withers into the snow, slowly smoldering.
Yeety looks over to Colzer and goes,
I think you can only.
I give him a thumbs up.
Yeety looks excited about having recognition.
Blue is
Yeety's like,
I don't get.
now Yudi's just gonna blow on everything afterwards. Just
Yeah, right. Just
Yeety
ace
uses
the animal
Misty
handling.
Step, comes out at his teleported location, goes,
And mom.
Animal handling check. Those chickens.
like Yudi, stop.
Father Grigori,
Picture. And,
Yeah.
you get a turn now.
All right. I'm gonna.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Wait, is 30? Am I no? 25. Haha. Poop.
Yeah, because they're all dead, so we're just trying to go for this wagon now, right?
You can have.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna use my dash action. Would it be okay as a bonus action while I'm dashing to pick up my mechanical cat?
Yeah, it's pretty mangled by being smashed by the.
Wait,
Oh, sure.
weasel
This is-
or cat?
Weasel or
I don't know.
cat?
It's
yeah.
a weasel.
I already have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's
I'm gonna say.
Oh man, a cat's made into the weasel
I'll
pool.
say you can swoop it up, and I will also say that it's
Yeah, it's like,
repairable, not functioning, but repairable because the damage the music box took.
And turn
Cool.
into a
Music box, however, is
Music box would have to be rebuilt from scratch. Yeah.
that's fine. I pick it up, and as I'm running, I stuff it in my back, and I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What up?
Counting as he runs. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I get there, and I'm like, whew. I just can't seem to run as fast as I used to. Also, I switched my accent, apparently.
how are you doing?
Everyone just looks over at Father Grigori like, so what's this guy's deal again?
Alex
Hey,
starts
do not worry
rolling
about
around
me.
again.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So the goblin on top of the wagon back here jumps off of the back of the wagon, is what you can see. And then you hear some commotion. And that's it. That's all that you see from that. You see light fading into the distance
Oh, cool.
as that happens.
At the note. Oh, okay.
We have to get.
Okay. All right, and then it is once again Ophira's turn, and Ophira, as you prepare to act, you notice that the wagon in the background is most certainly beginning to catch on fire.
I'm gonna start running towards that wagon.
Okay, you can move up to twice your base movement speed.
Don't forget for Guno by me over here.
Which is what, 60?
can't see that.
I have 5 goblins are dead, dude.
Yeah, they're all dead, right?
As far as we can see.
Yeah, as far as we can see, all 5 of them are dead.
All right.
Yeah, your base movement speed is 30.
30.
Kyle,
You can move 60, but that's...
Kalana, we got you covered, dude.
What did you say, Steve?
You could move 60, but that's both your actions.
All right. Well, All right, well then I'll move.
All over the place.
Why is my thing messed up? My scaling is weird.
Are you doing snap to center or snap to corner?
I had no snapping.
Yeah, do it.
That's still weird. Okay. Hang on. My roll 20 is messing up. It was doing this yesterday.
What's it doing?
Whenever I try to move my icon, the whole thing scrolls.
Just refresh it.
Have
Yeah,
you clicked? You gotta top left. You can click select move or pan. If you have pan, it scrolls.
No, it's just I don't know what it does, but like the only way that I could fix it yesterday was by refreshing it. So
Classic roll 20.
I think
Son of a
did it
bitch.
fix it yesterday?
What tool
Alright,
do you
so-
have selected right now?
I mean I had the ruler tool, and it was still like scrolling things around.
What is the?
Try if you do the select dash move tool, does it?
Yeah, just if anything.
Try pressing
to-
your middle mouse button. See if that's like stuck on weirdly, because middle mouse button will
It's
move
not.
around.
Dan, did you just take a picture of yourself,
Or
dog?
right click.
Yeah, I'm talking to a girl right now, so I had to prove that I was playing D&D apparently.
Yeah, boy.
So
Talking to a girl.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
here we go.
You
trying.
don't sound excited.
Dating is hard in quarantine, you
I
guys.
believe that. I
Well,
believe
not
that.
the only
Let's
thing.
restart. Well, let's
Hey,
restart.
there we go.
Grab a beer real.
So
Got it,
I will
okay.
move.
Oh, you're moving up.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like we should be moving towards this wagon that's on fire.
Why are you yelling? No one's on the opposite side of this.
Well,
No one's on the opposite side of this issue.
okay, I'm just gonna take my 2 turns and move up 60 feet. Nope.
Cool. And
Or
then
was that like here? I lost track.
I think it was
think it was
here.
there.
It looked like it was here.
I wouldn't
to
go.
me.
I would not go. I would from where she was. That's about 60 right there.
Yeah, I think it wasn't further than that. Yeah, and
No.
so these guys are all dead.
I like how Yudi has to have the exit buddy.
I didn't realize
Yep.
it was.
I can see some things.
I was like, wow, I guess
These guys, yeah, they're all dead. I can see
we're a pumpkin-based island.
Father Grigori next to the cart.
Guys. Did you just move 30 so far, or did you move?
No, I moved 60.
So that's your whole move.
Yep,
Okay, Klana.
You said 500.
I was
Right.
far away.
They're very sure. Okay, that guy is dead.
5 million would be a lot. But
Let's. Make
I have 10
sure-
million.
What do we
What are
got
we gonna
here?
do
What do
with
we
it?
got here?
Seriously? I don't know. I have $10 million.
$10 million.
I
Wow.
play every day.
That's a lot.
Jeez.
10 million actual dollars since when?
I think I have.
Job, are you holding out on us?
I think I have
All
like
right,
4
is
million
the wagon,
bells.
like, the wagon's getting lit on fire.
The wagon is beginning to light on fire.
Which one are you talking about? This little
The
one
wagon
in
in
the
the back.
front, or the one
No.
in the back?
No, this
No,
is
the-
the iron sled.
The thing in front is a sled. The thing in the back is a wagon that is
that's catching on
rapidly
fire.
lighting on fire. Yeah.
Are the
Being-
polar bears freaking out?
The polar bears are beginning to tug at their reins. Thank you for asking about the polar bears. They're beginning to tug at their reins and
The
grunt.
humanitarian.
Nervousness. Yeah, you can
Well,
tell.
I'd rather have polar bears that don't hate us versus
Well, Ben,
polar
you're
bears
the
that hate
ranger.
us.
You can make
Yeah,
them
you're
our
the
friend.
ranger, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
I
at
do have
least-
animal handling.
Yeah.
At least
so,
someone in this party cares about polar bears.
Yeah.
All right, so for the, I
the
guess for my,
hot-blooded
like,
demon.
act-
As,
Only one who cares
as
about
I've
polar
made
bears.
pretty clearly, I don't really like things.
for the bonus action, I'm just gonna snoop over the sled and see if there's anything strange. Seven. So even if there was,
Okay. No, I mean you notice that the ingots are stamped with the symbol of the clan that mined them, which is a mug of beer foaming over with froth, and those are stamped on each of the iron ingots. But otherwise, you notice nothing of note about them.
Dwarven.
Other than their sheer quantity. 250 iron ingots.
Dope.
Enough to make any dwarf hard.
Hang on.
Kyle.
Alright, it's Rolzer's turn.
I'm gonna follow suit and take my 60 feet to
really like it's
get up here, right above this guy. Get closer to the thing, and also try and figure out what hell's going on with this wagon. Do we hear like yelling or screaming like help?
No, you just hear it. Actually, that's a good time for me to. At this point, all you can hear is what is beginning to turn into a roar as the wagon, the lighting of the wagon has accelerated substantially. The bears have started to pull and grunt and are looking quite afraid, but you can no longer hear any noise from any goblins, and it is safe to assume that any that might still be here have scattered into the night either.
Which means and rolls in the back of his head is like, God damn it, that's gonna attract the fucking Yetis. So we need to get this fire out if we can.
So we
are we out of
free roam?
Yeah, you guys can start treating yourselves as out of combat.
Okay, that was my next question. Are we out of combat?
I'm gonna run to help the polar bears.
Jen is going to run to help the polar bears. Okay.
I am gonna. I look
I
at
start
Yeezy,
casting
like you can control
shape
water,
water
right? Yeah.
and like throwing snow on the wagon. With one action every 6 seconds, I chuck 5 feet of snow onto the wagon.
If Kyle is, if,
I believe
if
I can
Kalana
do
is still
that.
by the iron ingots, I will go up to them and keep an eye on the ingots just to make sure nothing funky's happening with them. But keeping an eye on the wagon in case they need help with the bears and the fire and the what have you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of snoop through the goblins. And...
Okay, so Al, I'm gonna say that your actions are effective in slowing the spread of the fire. It's definitely not putting it out, and
Makes sense.
it's not stopping it from fully igniting.
I'm trying to keep the fire like away from the polar bears too, because I like kind of care about that.
Right. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that you're not stopping the inevitable of this going up, but you are slowing it down, buying everybody a little bit more time to react.
And I'm gonna keep my eyes out for any sort of other creatures or perhaps.
Okay. Dan's keeping his eyes peeled.
Actually, all right. I'm gonna book it to the wagon. And see, is it open in the back at all? Or is it all, like, closed up?
It's beginning to get hard to tell, because it's very much on fire.
All right,
there's a door on the back side away from where you are that looks like it may have been thrown open, but I mean, you're not getting in the wagon at this point or anything like that.
So we need to work together to put this wire out.
What are you attempting?
Oh yeah, I was trying to calm the polar bears down, and then.
So make an animal handling check for me, and also do that at disadvantage because you're exhausted from your experience.
Okay. That was a 5. So +3 is 8. My second one was a 20.
Okay, so
8.
You gotta
for my animal.
You gotta go with the 8. So
yep.
All right. So as you approach the polar bears, they begin to snap and sort of swing at you, but half-heartedly, almost like they're testing you, but they're clearly not warming up to you.
Yeah, like why don't you just open your damn?
I'm gonna move up and see if I can like get behind them and like just see if I can get close enough to break the harness. And can I also roll for animal handling or no?
Yeah, you can roll for animal handling.
Let's see how this goes. I'm so. Oh, okay. Hold
Oh,
on.
I'm still throwing. No, this is me throwing snow using shaped
He's
water.
throwing snow.
Modified 20, Steve.
Huh?
Modified 20.
Okay. All right. So as you approach, the polar bears seem less agitated and allow you to draw closer.
Damn.
I approach. I give Ophira let me, and I go and I start undoing the harnesses to let the polar bears go. Praying to God praying to the nine hells they don't eat me.
Okay. All right. Sure. You get their harnesses off, and the polar bears are now both freed. At which point they start to move away from the burning wagon, growling and snapping at anyone standing near to them.
I give them plenty of space, and I give them hand Ophira back off.
Yeah, I back off.
You guys are both backing off
from the bears.
Okay. They continue to move away from the wagon, but in your direction, still snapping and growling. What would you like to do?
What?
I'm going to use minor illusion to create the sound of a polar bear roaring behind the bears as far as I can make that work, which is 1 second. Stupid D&D Beyond thing. 30 feet. So.
Okay. So you're making the sound of a polar bear roaring behind the polar bears?
Yes, maybe that'll get them to chill.
Doesn't seem like that would get them to chill.
Wait.
Make some sort of.
No, I think that action's happened. We need to see where this goes.
We're gonna get wiped by polar bears.
I turn to Roller and go.
The polar bears here.
No, it was a comforting oh from the bear.
I heard a roar.
The polar bears hear a roar behind them and roar along with it as they continue to approach. I'm gonna Jen, you and Dan both make one more animal handling check here.
Okay.
And I'm at a disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, that one was a 17.
I also rolled a 17.
Okay.
Well, plus 3s. I rolled a 4. Plus 3 is 7.
You rolled a 4.
Tired to love the animals.
I rolled a 17 and then I rolled a 4.
Exhaustion.
Yeah, exhaustion.
Yeah,
I'm really tired, you guys.
Okay, I'll try something.
Okay.
Well, can we see how my animal handling worked?
Oh, I thought you guys rolled.
Well, I rolled a 17.
You can go ahead and react if you want.
Okay.
Al.
Okay. I maximize the light on my staff, and I slam my staff into the ground and yell, "You shall not pass," and attempt to intimidate them to scare them away.
Okay. The bear that was eyeing Dan seems uninterested in that, but lifts its head into the air and begins to sniff around and seemingly catches the scent of something that interests it more as it turns to go bounding off. The one in front of Jen sees you do that and panics, but not before taking a swipe at Jen, which is going to end up doing 9 damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so the bear takes a swipe with one of its very massive bear claws and
It's very big feet.
But,
and rends Jen across the front of her armor.
oh my god.
Ophira across
Nearly killing me.
before it also goes galloping off into the night, and the polar bears
Oh,
are.
guys, I'm very hurt.
Yeah, I see that, and I run over to Ophira. God, does anyone have any sort of healing spell or potion? Because I know we joked about it, but does anyone actually have anything?
I mean, it'd be Trump if anyone, right?
Yeah, but he just keeps joking that race
might be
spare the
bored
dying
out
is the only
there.
thing he has.
I don't know. That's
Father Grigori, who's been sitting on this iron cart watching this whole thing, goes, do not worry. It is just a flesh wound. You'll recover.
Father Grigori has been uninterested in the drama about the bears. Father Grigori and Klana have just been chilling back by the cart.
They're
Like,
watching the show.
you're here for the iron.
I was gonna say, yeah. At this point, then we gotta get Klana on the wagon, and we gotta go because she hurt. And by Klana, I mean Ophira.
But hey,
Yeah.
But what about the iron?
before that,
That's
was,
the wagon. That's the cart. We need to put you on the cart with the iron and get you back to town because you hurt.
Okay.
But hey, I was kind of snooping through like the goblin stuff, like grabbing goodies if they had them, but mostly looking for anything weird like a message or something, because I'm very suspicious as to how they knew to come get this iron after a Yeti showed up.
Right.
Can somebody grab an iron bar?
So do you want me to
So
check
Kyle,
anything?
what are you? You're checking the wagon or the sled?
No, like the goblins themselves.
Oh, you're checking the
To
goblins
see if they
themselves.
have anything of note. Like I'll grab up, goodies and stuff if they've got it, but mostly looking for anything weird.
Okay. Across all of the corpses, you find a grand total of 14 copper pieces. And you don't
Shots,
find,
everybody.
you don't find anything of note necessarily, but you do notice that I don't have a handout of it right now, but they're all bearing the same symbol somewhere on their garb, as if they come from a unified clan of some kind. They're not just a roving. They don't seem like a roving clan.
Yeah.
They seem like they were probably, and given that they had the wagon, they seem like they were probably a part of something more organized somewhere.
I'll kind of knife out one of the patches with the dagger and pocket it.
Okay, it's 3 ascending lines that are each topped with a circle that's like a third open on one side.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture of it later, but
Are,
Did
are
we-
any of them
Sir.
like still breathing at all, or are they all like dead?
no, everything here is dead. You're piling the goblin.
Did we look at the?
sled?
Yep.
Is the wagon
I don't wanna
still on
drag
fire?
Goblin corpses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, nobody has put the wagon out. The wagon is still.
Yeah.
I,
Can we?
I don't think we're getting there.
Yeeting,
I don't think
yeeting snow onto the
Well,
front.
I think
It's
Yeedy
not
has
doing
stopped
enough.
that, right? Because the polar bear situation has been resolved, or are you still trying to slow the?
The polar bear situation is resolved, so
Al, you
I
still
think
trying
we should
to
put
slow
out the fire.
wagon?
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can.
Yeah,
'cause
does
he
it
was
feel
saying
like
all
I'm
the
making
snow-
any? Did it feel like I was making progress?
Slowing it down, you're not saving
I'm not
it.
putting it out by any means.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
then.
It's
yeah.
a very tall wagon. It was full of straw beds. It went up like it just went
Okay.
right
Who
up.
was that?
And everybody's
you
kind
said
of like
there
getting
was an
ready to
elf
leave, or
on it or something?
No, there was a goblin that crawled on top of it.
Goblin. Oh, okay.
During the fight, that goblin crawled down off the back of it, and then shortly after that, it
Can
started.
I?
But you
Can I
said
look
it was
around and
emitting
see?
light
Can I look
earlier?
around and see which way it
because
went?
of the goblins inside of it that had torches. Yeah.
Can I like
Like
see
them.
its tracks and see like which way it went?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see what would be the best way to.
Yeah, what
show
you want me roll?
this.
You do.
Well, you don't have to roll
Oh, okay.
anything necessarily, because this is just looking at the tracks, and they were clearly moving fairly recently. So let me see. I gave you the handout of the Icewind Dale map, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you open that up, you guys went northeast out of Bryn Shander towards Calvin's Cairn, right?
Sure.
You can tell that this goblin wagon seems to have come from the south initially,
Of
somewhere
Calvin's
near
car. Oh, okay.
where you are. You guys are somewhere out in the halfway point there, and you can see that it came from the south, probably towards Goodmead in the east way.
Okay.
But you have no idea. I mean, you're miles off the path
right.
up north in the tundra, so you just know that that's the direction it came from, but you have no idea how relevant that
Okay,
is.
so it was
for how
going
long.
north.
Yes.
Okay.
at the time
And
it was
then,
moving.
which way did that goblin run off? Did he run back south, or can I tell that?
Oh, roll a survival check.
13.
13. Yeah, you managed to find tracks that imply that the goblins ran off in the direction that their cart had initially come from.
Okay, so they ran back south.
They ran back the way that they came. Yeah.
He just kind of goes, huh, but doesn't really communicate that. He just doesn't think it's very important.
Yeah, he pokes around and makes some.
He
notes
sounds like a
about the
Minecraft
tracks.
villager.
No, that's more like, "Meh." He's more like, huh. Yeah.
I can tell the difference. It's subtle.
It's
but
still,
it's there.
listen, you know,
Yep.
life is a menagerie of subtlety, as Yidi would say.
Keeping an eye out, I'm gonna start helping Ophira get to the cart so she can sit on it while we're taking.
I'm dying.
Are you at 1 health or something?
I'm at 3.
Oh, you're still pretty fine.
Do not worry,
You're beat
Ophira.
up.
You're not dying yet.
Okay.
I will still help her as best I can that she'll let me and get her back to the cart because I think we've done all we can do.
Okay,
Ah,
well,
just
I'm
just
also
rub some snow on it. You'll be
exhausted.
fine.
as you guys approach, Father Grigori is apparently stacking the goblin corpses on the sled. So
Oh, good.
Grigori, what the hell? She's hurt.
So she has 2 feet. She can still walk. These boys, they are ready to no walk anymore.
Yeah,
So
but why are we taking them back to
Father,
the iron ingots?
Father, there's
Grigori, I'm
that's a
all for
lot of
respecting
goblins. What kind of rights do you feel like these guys need here? Couldn't we just burn them?
I'm
We
still
didn't seem to
living.
have a problem just burying the dwarf in the snow, but we're gonna drag a bunch of goblins back to Bryn Shander. That's the plan.
And I'm dying.
I just feel
You
like
don't
it's a
really
very
have to
okay.
drag
Listen,
the
lady.
sled, right?
Listen, lady. Rub some snow on it. You're gonna be fine.
I'm very tired.
This has nothing to do with my religion and offering last rites to these poor souls who we snuffed out. No, this has to do with evidence and information. Do you see
This has
here?
to do with
You
your
see here a
party.
cavalcade of goblins. Goblins come from a very specific part. We can find someone to identify them and their markings. Maybe we know who it is
But
that
do
did
we
the thing
need-
to the goblin.
we need all of them or just
Maybe we can just
6
cut
of
off
them
the
for
parts
that.
that have the markings.
I also
What are the parts that have the
also
markings?
hold
I
up
do
the
not know
cats
which
that
parts
I
the people
have.
care about from the goblins.
Didn't
hold up the
Klana
pack.
wait?
Yeah, I hold up
didn't
the patch
Klana-
that I have. You mean this? You know, you don't have to take the body with the armor.
Well, with that said, it is very cold out here, so if anyone would like to help me with the burying, the bodies will be faster and we can go back to warmth.
I get Ophira in the cart and I start doing my best to dig a hole. Or can Alex?
Ophira does
Alex
not
just
just
go
go
I
with
start
water.
She can't
shaping.
see that?
I start shaping like beautifully shaped holes in snow,
And
and
I-
like I build a
Eric,
bunch
I
of like
kinda
ice.
drag-
I build a bunch of ice things, and they say like these nice little sweet things like "Rip, his ears are clean," and like "Rip, he caught on fire." Like the kind of like death things that you would see in like Minecraft.
He may never sing
you know?
again.
Yeah, Klana goes and
Yeah,
gets
rip,
warmed by the
no
burning
throat,
wagon.
and then
Yeah.
like, oh, okay,
I
father.
drag the
There you
I
go.
drag the goblin bodies into the hastily made graves. It's like, are we good? Can we get her home now?
Oh, hang tight. I need to say my last rites for them.
I start
I
getting
go
the
through
cart
and I-
ready.
Do my
I'm
religious
still just
things.
warming up by the burning wagon.
I'm just gonna sleep on the cart while this happens.
okay, just take a little bit.
Does
of
that does that count as a rest?
No, I don't know. It depends. Is Grigori's rights going to
Yeah,
take
how
an
long
hour?
are these rites gonna take?
They don't take very long. I mean, it's like a 5-minute thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
yeah.
I go
Alright.
and
I
I
yell back
take my
at- I
gloves
yell
off
back
by
at
the
Klana.
fire and just warm
Yeah.
myself by the fire.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
I say
The
by the
grave
cart.
is appeased. We can
I-
go now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the
has
grave
everyone
is
come back?
appeased.
Are we going yet?
Gnomes.
Is it happening?
Yeah. Are you guys?
Yeah,
On out.
I
yet?
do my best to start picking up the cart and rolling it. I would appreciate some help from the other
Yeah,
party members who aren't.
It's very heavy. It definitely takes at least 2 of you to move it. It
Edie
goes
completely like does not notice that like you're struggling whatsoever, and just like keeps walking in just like a
Same.
complete happy days. Like he's just not very observant.
Okay. I look at Klana like, please.
Oh, All right.
I am but the small gnome. How can I lift such big things?
I finally stopped warming myself by the burning wagon and come to help the sled.
By the burning wagon.
Sorry, I had to.
Okay, so you guys are all carrying the wagon home.
I think we are making it back.
The
Yeah,
two
coming
of you
back.
are carrying the wagon home, and the rest of you are.
Oh yeah, make the dwarf carry the metal. That's real good.
Okay,
The other two
Yeah,
are
but you guys love
whistling in
metal,
front.
right?
you guys make it.
I just shake my head while carrying this.
You might even get lucky with the noseless one.
I do pocket a couple bars of the iron along the way.
No, you don't.
Don't do that.
Well,
Can I see you do that?
Sleight of hand, bitch.
Yeah, why don't you,
There you go.
why don't you guys make opposing checks?
What am I rolling? Or just a
You would be
d20?
rolling
Oh, you gotta beat a
rolling
23,
perception.
man.
And I got to beat a 23 on perception.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I literally have to nat 20 to match that.
And
Is it
I got an 8. I did not. I am very focused on moving the wagon cart safely and not him snagging shit. I'm
Klana
very
shoves.
Klana is
Keeps shoving iron.
it's stashing. What do you want to say? 3 iron ingots for yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 3 iron ingots. for
Nothing that'll
Klana.
be missed, but
No.
Also, there's
Um,
like a reasonable amount of iron ingots that you can fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
Without being missed.
Like, at some point, you're gonna be planking.
Iron.
no, I had
You
to
start
go when
sinking
I
into the
came in.
snow a little bit.
Klana, you look very normal right now.
So when you guys get back to Bryn Shander, where do you go? Do you
back
go
to the tavern.
you go
Yeah.
back to the tavern, or they were also
Yep.
talking about the blacksmithing place? So you're just gonna go
Oh, we know what's
Yeah.
on the
Oh.
blacksmith place.
We'll drop it off at the blacksmith.
at the blacksmith.
And make sure we get proof of delivery so we can get our
Also,
payment.
what time are we getting back? Are there like guards or anything?
Can we send a couple people to the tavern and then
You
come
guys
to
would
the blacksmith?
be getting back. There are guards posted on the outer wall. There's not many guards in the streets these days, just because of the size of things. What guards there are typically like stationary and staying places to try and keep warm, and they don't bother moving around much because they figure there's not much they can do. But you guys would be getting back if you just went nonstop. You'd be getting back right about midnight-ish, right? 7 and then
Yeah, because it took us 3
10
hours to get over there. 7
10,
o'clock.
11,
Yeah.
10, 11 p.m. is when you'd be rolling back into town. Not that it matters, because it's been the same level of dark the entire time that you've been out adventuring, out doing things. So,
All right, well, when we do get actually back into town, I immediately just drop my half of the sled and go, someone else can take this to the blacksmith. I'm going back to the bar.
To the bar sounds like a good idea.
That's a
Klana.
good idea.
I follow after
For two
Klana.
of
Yep,
us.
I follow
It's
after
a good
Klana.
idea, except for 2 of us.
I'm hurt, guys.
does anybody?
Wipe some snow on it. You'll be fine.
you
And he
should go
Been resting
marches
the
off to
whole
the bar.
time on the way back. Do you think that you're not better by now?
So
going
does
back to
everyone
the inn.
except me and Dan abandon the sled?
No, I'm still with the sled because we haven't gotten to the blacksmith yet.
No, that's
And I'm looking
great,
at you.
but, like,
I'm looking at you
everybody-
fuckers like, what the fuck?
After I
I'm
make-
sitting there revenanted.
Klana says a drink sounds like a great idea, and then Grigori and Yeety go storming off with Ophira in tow because she's very hurt and sleepy, and then Klana is left there like, well,
Yeah. So
yes.
yeah. So I knock Klana against the back of the head. Let's get this done. Then we'll get our drinks. All right. I'll buy the first round.
I'm putting all my tab on them, and I'm drinking a lot.
Oh, I like that idea better. Okay, let's move this thing.
Okay. All right.
We
Well,
should talk to
Edie
the
doesn't
blacksmith,
realize
though.
that like nobody else apparently was going, and like just
Grigori
still
went.
Oh, Grigori
Yeah, I'm
went.
right there with
Oh, so he doesn't realize that Klana didn't come, so he's just like shooting the shit with Grigori, and we're going to the bar apparently.
Okay, and Ophira,
Oh yeah.
Are you retiring? Just assuming you're retiring for the evening
Yes.
because of injuries sustained
Yes.
from a polar
From
bear.
a polar
Vicious
bear.
polar bear.
And also just being cold and tired.
Okay, so you guys get to the bar where Scrimshaw is serving not many patrons. There's the halfling from earlier that was playing the lute is now slumped over drunk in the corner, and there's one old crotchety-looking fisherman also sitting at the bar drinking. But other than that, the bar is at this point empty, but Scrimshaw is still there.
Edie
serving
walks in and like does one of these to the flute boy and goes, "Play that funky music, halfling," and then walks over to the bar.
He manages to raise his head a centimeter off the bar and goes, "Boop, boop, boop, boop," and then falls.
Edie's like,
That's my
Play
favorite.
that
too.
funky music.
Clean?
"Scrimshaw,
I'm just gonna go.
line up
I'm just
3
gonna go sit-
shots." And he turns
Scrimshaw.
around and is like,
Ophira's already.
"Scrimshaw,
Ophira's
line
gone
up
to
2
bed.
shots."
First time, 3. 2 for me, thank you.
He pours you 2 shots and then asks you, did you happen to run into Hruna on your way through town again? You guys wouldn't know this, but that's the name of the dwarven woman that commissioned you to
Okay,
get the
thanks.
It's a chroma.
that you never asked
Yeah.
for.
No, we didn't run into her. We were our buddies are taking the iron back, but we had more important things to do, mostly getting drunk because it's cold.
You said your buddies are taking the iron back to
To the
To
blacksmith.
to the blacksmith at 11 at this point, and then we hard cut to Klana and Rolzer standing outside of the boarded up for the night blacksmith.
All right, I continuously pound on the door.
Yeah. Hey, I don't.
Nice, Steve.
Hey, I think, you know what? I think we have the time wrong. It's much later in the day than I think we thought. We should just take this back to the, we should take this back to the tavern, wait till morning.
Dropping it off now, and then go write a note that says they cut it. And if they
No,
get
we are not leaving this until we get paid. Fuck that.
that's the idea. Yes, and I
Yeah,
keep
then-
pounding away on the door.
No amount of hammering on the door seems to rouse any sort of activity from the inside.
I'm beginning to think they don't live in the shop.
I'm sensing that as well.
Meanwhile, back at the bar, Grigori and Edie are being informed that Hruna told Scrimshaw that she would stop by again in the morning to see if there was any news from the crew that had been sent out. So,
Well, did she say where to put the loot?
oh, he informs you that he entirely intends to hold on to it in the back of in the back room of the tavern
Well-
before that, figuring that you didn't have a place to store it for the evening. If you were to
Maybe
come
we
back.
should go tell the others that they're in the
Oh,
wrong
no,
place.
I'm sure they'll figure it out. Scrimshaw, another round.
Another round, okay.
Every like
hard cut-
10
hard cut
minutes.
back to-
This is
Decide to
every
head back
10
towards
minutes
food.
that these guys don't show up, we're taking rounds of shots. So like whatever that ends up being.
Okay, so it takes them about 20 minutes to
Okay.
carry the
So we're
slot
like
across
4 or 5
town,
shots deep.
and another 20 to get back. Yeah. So and then give them 10 or 20 minutes of banging on the door. So you guys are either drunk or well on the way to drunk by the time
Feeling good.
Warm.
yeah, by the
nice and warm.
Klana and Rolzer make it back. So I assume you guys eventually make it back to the inn.
Yep, I walk immediately up to the bar, see the whole line of shots that are set up for those guys. I take all of them, walk back to Klana, and we start taking them. And I tell Scrimshaw, hey, so you're going to get us a bunch of extra shots, and it's on these 2 dipshits for the night. Where can we put the...
Scrimshaw's my
ones who went to
lifelong
wrong
friend,
place.
all right? I don't know how well that's going to work for you.
Also, you can have my empty glasses if you want.
Scrimshaw.
Yeah, we've been drinking those glasses. You want our drinks?
Scrimshaw, unconcerned
No.
with where he collects his debts from, chuckles to himself as he makes a note of all the names of the people drinking in the tavern tonight. Prepared to seek payment from where he might.
I put up all the copper that we got from the goblins and just go, that's my contribution and that's all you'll get from me.
Okay, so you guys have all made it back with the sled of iron.
I imagine they told us where to put the sled of iron for the night.
Yeah, Scrimshaw had a place that he had put aside in the back for it, and he helps you move it back behind the bar and into the back room.
Can we trust this dwarf
Oh, he's
lady?
a lifelong
Was that
friend
her
of
name?
mine. Oh, no, the dwarf
Not
lady.
Scrimshaw.
Okay.
So, yeah, the dwarf lady. What's her name?
I
Forgot her
don't
name
know.
already.
Are you around or are you sleeping?
You have no particular reason to mistrust her at this point, I don't think.
I want to be like
What's
in
her
a
name
corner,
again?
just observing.
R-U-N.
Okay.
Hruna.
Yeah, Kruna.
It's Scorpio.
Pruna.
Hruna. Got it.
Yep.
Kruna.
I understand. So anything else that you guys want to check into or do before everybody?
Father Grigori, my
Inevitably
friend, as I...
E.T. For you, what can I do?
What's with you and burying the goblins? I mean, they're just goblins.
They were alive once, yes, and like all things that live,
Oh,
one day
really? Were they alive? I mean, come on, we're talking about goblins.
Goblins are known more not alive than you or me. Well, maybe more than me, but
I
Those
don't know.
ones are definitely less alive than us.
well, at the moment, yes, you are right. They are much more less alive than we are. However, there was a time when they were equally alive as us. And it is my duty, my sacred duty, perhaps, maybe, to usher them from this life to the next through the veil.
I just feel like I'm hearing a lot of perhapses and maybes, and I just feel like goblins don't deserve treatment the way that we deserve treatment, that's all.
Whoa.
That sounds pretty racist to me, if you ask me, Yeezy. All I'm saying is...
Scrimshaw turns around from behind the bar and goes, easy.
Listen, I'm just saying, I think we're constantly fighting them. I don't know, they're trying to steal our stuff.
This is Icewind Dale, okay? Everybody's cool
All
here.
right, I get it. I'm just saying, they always try to attack us. They come up and they're like up to my knee and they try to poke me with spears.
Only up to your knee, but I do not try to poke you with spear. Maybe there's a difference between what you are born with and what you are born into, you know, nature versus nurture. There is a thing in the Socratesic places where they talk about whether you are the way you are because of the way you are.
I don't know about your suck-a-titties places. I don't really know. But I don't know. If you want to bury the goblins in the suck-a-titties places, we'll just go ahead and do it. It's not that much
We'll
time.
be married in the suck-a-titties places when it is our time to come to suck-a-titties.
All right, let's suck down a shot. How about that Scrimshaw? Line them up.
What you assumed was the drunken half-elf at the end of the bar raises its head more fully, and you can see that it's actually a drunken goblin who says, "I agree with the father," and then passes it back out.
No offense meant there, little buddy.
None taken, don't worry.
I wasn't
it's
talking to you,
okay.
father. I was mostly talking to the goblin at the end of the row, but that's all right, too.
There's a goblin in here. Well, maybe he would have liked to have seen his dead friends to make sure that they were doing okay. This is what I'm saying. You know, we should have brought them back and given them to their family. They had lives.
Hey, goblin guy, would you like to have seen your dead goblin friends?
The goblin is gone.
To see us.
Okay. Are we just
goblin
ending
has-
this? Okay.
The goblin has disappeared.
Okay.
No, he wasn't
Sounds
actually
good.
a goblin. He was actually the halfling. He was actually.
Oh,
just-
okay.
There's not a goblin sitting in the main tavern of Bridgechander.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that. There's no way.
Not this tavern.
I was like,
Another
listen, I'll
tavern,
roleplay
maybe.
this if we need to. I'll go there.
So do you
He's
guys
got
want...
some stuff about life to learn.
Do you guys want to do Hruna in the morning, or do you want to save that for the next session?
I mean, if it's quick, we can just get it done.
Do it in the morning.
I'm okay going to bed.
Have that finish it.
Like
What?
in game. Yeah, sorry, that was confusing.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed in game.
Yeah, what did Kyle say, though?
I just said let's do the Kruna stuff in the morning and then call it a
Okay.
session.
Okay, yeah, because that'll point you towards some other stuff. Okay, so in the morning, who would be first to get up?
Me.
Rolls her.
No? Okay, her.
Okay.
Because I went to sleep early.
True.
I was
I
resting
am
early.
getting
Drink.
pretty hungover.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're up early, but apparently Kruna was up earlier before you. When you come downstairs, she is waiting in the main room, finishing up what looks to be a hearty breakfast with her two companions with her, the one that you met and the one that you did not meet because he was seeking medical care. And they have the sled of iron ingots, and as she sees you approach, she goes, "Ah, morning! I see you retrieved my goods for me."
Good morning. Can I have some breakfast?
Well, that's not a question for me. That's, I think, a question for Scrimshaw, who you look over behind the bar, and he's already heard. He gives you a small wave and goes in the back to prepare something for you.
Thanks, Scrimshaw. Okay,
So-
I sit down.
Okay. She says, she thanks you very seriously for the deposit and lets you know that she will bring it over to Black Iron Blades, the blacksmith in town. She also lets you know that the dwarf that runs Black Iron Blades, his name is Garn the Hammer, is likely to be very gracious as well and may be willing to compensate you in some other small way for your work. But as far as compensation, she says, there is the matter that we discussed, and she places in front of you 5 small nuggets of the Chardolin that she had shown you the night before, and says, I believe there were 5 of you when we spoke last night, so a nugget apiece is what I think we agreed upon. And she
I'll
sets
come
those
down.
on the table.
Yeah, I'm coming down as well.
Everybody's like, the payment! I smell the payment!
Something in their
As
bones!
I go to grab them,
Father Grigori.
suddenly 4 other hands come in.
Nope. I am not
Hey,
awake yet.
morning.
Yeah, so
Not awake
Ophira
yet.
is going to pick them up as I suppose Klana and Rolls are coming downstairs. Grigori, are you still asleep?
Sure am.
Okay, all right. Klana, Rolzer, you've come downstairs as well and seen the Chardolin on the table. I don't know if Ophira was intending to try and steal it, but you guys have now seen it on the table. So
I
was
grab
not intending to steal it.
I grab the one for me, saying like, "Oh, thanks, Ophira. I'll just take mine now if it's all
I
the
grab
same to
whichever
you."
one seems largest.
okay, so you guys take just what's for you.
Yes, and I will sit at the table, hoping to also get some breakfast. And then as soon as they come down, I'll suggest, Ophira, do you share what you were told by the other one about the blacksmith and everything?
Yes, I tell everybody about the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Going to the blacksmith and getting some
You guys have your food.
monies.
You guys have your food brought out, and
I ask Ophira how she feels. Is her gaping chest wound from a polar bear feeling better?
Yes.
Hruna sits with you for a while. Her 2 companions take the sled and shuffle off, presumably to bring it to Black Iron Blades. But Hruna sits with you while you eat your breakfast and listens to your tales of the things you experienced last night, and sympathizes deeply and is very apologetic towards Ophira for the polar bear. quite shocked and just appalled to hear about the danger that she put you in, thinking that a Yeti was bad enough.
I show her the symbol that I cut off one of them. You wouldn't happen to recognize this, would you?
She looks at it she looks at it curiously and then relates to you that she doesn't know what it means, but it bears a passing familiarity to a symbol that dwarves around camps in the Icewind Dale region have been talking about. There seems to be a slight uptick in goblin activity in the Vale, and a lot of it seems to be operating under this symbol or something similar to it.
So I guess
Okay, cool.
is what she shares. Anything else you'd like to ask her about? You got a little bit of time to during this breakfast chat to just general
What
conversation.
were the iron ingots for?
Who are you?
The iron ingots were just for black iron blades, which is a well-known smith in town. You know, a town always needs iron, always needs things repaired and crampons made and horses shod and those sorts of things. So it was just iron that the town needed.
Where did they say they were coming from when they got attacked by the Yeti?
A mine by Calvin's Cairn.
That's the big mountain in the center, right?
Yeah.
Above game, that's
Yeedy
Clan
comes down the
Battlehammer.
stairs at this point.
Okay. Joins in.
Also, Grigori comes down.
I toss him his Chardolin as he comes down.
I catch it as I hit the bottom of the stairs, and I walk over to Scrimshaw to have a conversation with Scrimshaw.
Okay.
Which I can start now or later, depending on...
Yeah. Do you guys have anything more pressing for Hruna? Well,
I would only want to ask
where are you
Hruna.
going once you come down?
They're like, save me, nice hole.
Grigori.
What?
Where are
What's
you? Where you're coming down as well?
Yep, right,
Are you
behind Yeedy.
Are you following Yeedy to the bar to talk to Scrimshaw, or are you going to the table with the rest of them?
I actually go sit by the fire.
Okay. And just
I have
kinda
also presumably
reflect.
tossed his piece of the.
I've got a mirror. I've got a mirror in my hand, and I'm kind of like looking at myself, and I don't notice.
I full on wing it at him.
Yep. If it hits me, it hits me.
Okay, so you're hit by the piece of Chardolin that falls to the floor.
Morning,
I pick it up, put it in my pack. That is no worry, my child. And I go and I sit down.
Any other questions for Hruna?
Just one.
I'm just gonna.
I expressed to Runa that if there's ever an opportunity for us to procure more of this substance, I would be more than interested to know about it.
Where did she get this particular stuff for herself?
Just general mind.
This is She tells
I
you
forgot
that
what it was called. I brain farted on what it was called.
Chardolin,
Chardolin.
CHRDYLAN.
All right, Chardolin.
Were the ingots from Calvin's Cairn?
Yeah, they were
Like the
from
mine
They were
there?
from at Calvin's Cairn. And she tells you that pockets of Chardolin are just not frequently, but occasionally found by miners, and when they are, they can produce a decent amount. This is a piece of a recent haul for her that she has been keeping for herself as a valuable tradable resource in times of need, such as this, where it has become perfectly functional and allowed her to barter for your assistance in retrieving the iron. So
Cool.
Cool. After expressing that, I'm all set.
okay, in response to your, if they can get any more, well, Kyle, what were you gonna?
I was just gonna like chit chat with her and ask if she would like, are you from the 10 towns? You're from out
Yeah. Okay.
beyond
She's a 10-towner. She's from the Dwarven Valley and spends most of her time living amongst the dwarves there, but has a fair reputation with the people of Bryn Shander, which is where she comes to do most of her trading of mined goods, and those typically get disseminated from Bryn Shander elsewhere into the 10 towns. So she is from the area, but her knowledge of the 10 towns is mostly limited to Bryn Shander.
Is this the first time
she's just a
they've
merchant,
encountered a
basically.
Yeti? Or
She is specifically a trader liaison between the
is this the first time they've encountered the Yeti or heard of an encounter with the Yeti?
first time she has had any personal trouble with a Yeti, but it's certainly not the first time she's heard of people having trouble with Yetis in the Dale.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeti are a pretty recurrent problem for the incautious and unwise in Icewind Dale.
Tomcat, so he's like acting motherly.
Anything else? Good?
I'm all set.
Okay. Hruna recommends to you as she leaves that you seek out the speaker of the town, a young human woman named Duvessa Shane. That is spelled Duvssa, and then last name Shane, Shane. She explains, in case you don't know, that the speakers are the people that speak for the populace of the town, elected officials that speak for the populace of the town, especially in matters where each of the 10 towns is concerned and they have to have meetings that the whole 10 towns are involved in. But she tells you to seek her out for potential other work that may find valuable, noting your apparent capability and skill in achieving things. She recommends that you may be of assistance to Duvessa.
Word.
Fruna goes on her way. Alec, you wanted to talk to Scrimshaw.
Hey, Scrimmy boy.
Hello,
You know this,
I'm Scrimshaw.
Yeah, Scrimmy boy. Yeah, that's it's weird that you reiterated your name to me, but this shard stuff. It sounds like it's worth quite a bit of money, huh?
Charlatan, sure, yeah, people are looking for it these days.
All right, listen, I know I owe you some money. What do you say I give you this? You give me a balance of like 30 gold, and we call it even. We'll say we're flat.
I'd do it for 25.
27 and a half.
Fair enough. You know
All
your
right.
way. All right. So you're trying to get that money from him, the 27?
Yeah,
and a
so
half?
like I'm selling it to him to even up what I owe him,
and then get that on top
and
of
then
it.
get on top of it because it's worth more than I owe him. I'm
So
assuming.
he slides you across the bar 27 gold coins. Notably, a half is not included in the in the amount that he gives you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Good enough. I almost said Castellan. Good enough, Scrimmy boy, my old friend. It's the other NPC in the other campaign.
Good enough, Scrimmy boy.
While we're at it, why don't I breakfast on the house, maybe?
He laughs and pulls one more gold coin out of the pile that he slid across the table to you.
That's always what I've liked about you, is how much you screw me over when it comes to money, but all right, that sounds good.
Okay, so then I guess the four of you finish your breakfast in each other's company while one of you sits by the fire and stares in a mirror.
I eventually get up and make my way towards Scrimshaw, and I look at him and I go, "Breakfast does sound good, does it not, Scrimshaw?
He
It
sighs.
smells delicious today."
He sighs and rolls his eyes and said, "I should have known you'd be the last to ask." And he heads back to the kitchen to prepare it for you as you take your place at the table with the other four. And
you are too kind for these old bones.
the sun begins to rise on a new day in Icewind Dale, except it doesn't, because that never happens here.
Hope is dead.
So instead, you sit in the cold and the dark and eat fish and eggs, and it's not the greatest, but you...
Don't forget, we have to go to the blacksmith and collect a reward from him.
Yeah, can I actually head over to...
I don't think we have
blacksmith?
a reward from the blacksmith. It was just from her.
No.
She told me.
She told us to go check in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. While you were sleeping.
I also
Yeah. Apparently, also sleeping from that conversation, because I don't even remember that.
Some of us need a beauty sleep, Elvira.
I'm just trying to not metagame. That's all.
No. She did say that Garn the Hammer over at Black Iron Blades may also be very appreciative. So.
Well, considering a Scrimshaw just screwed me over, I guess let's go do it.
Can I head over there before everyone else is rolling out?
Well, do we want to call it
This
here?
is probably where to call it. Yeah.
I gotta go. Yeah.
I was gonna say we're 10 minutes out from Frump's goodbye, so we'll call it at breakfast in the Northlook Inn, and we'll pick up with you guys needing to go over to Black Iron and see where you take it from there.
Yeah.
All right. First session. We didn't die. All right. Do we level up, by the way?
No, not yet. We didn't want to, man.
We had a fight.
You will level up.
Just level up every fight.
No, you guys are gonna level up before.
I was almost killed by a bear.
Yeah, no, you guys will be level 2 going into next session, and then the rate of leveling up will pretty dramatically slow from there.
Okay.
But yeah. So I mean, this campaign it goes on this weird milestone leveling system that's like level them up after this amount of stuff is achieved, then this amount of stuff, then this amount of stuff. And
I gotta go. Catch me up, boys.
All right, yeah.
This was a blast.
See you, man.
Bye.
Great job, Steve. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They clearly want to get you, because from this point on, what's going to happen for a while is I'm just going to kind of feed you guys information and things, and I I have no strong desire for you guys to go to Targos after this, or to go to Tourmaline after this, or to go to Caer Koenig, right? Like, there's now 10
See what
towns
happens.
that,
Yeah.
that you guys will
Right
pick
here.
up information about as you talk to people next time, and then I'll see where you want to take it. But this quest was very clearly the one that was most forgiving to first level characters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there are a bunch of other quests that if I just randomly started you somewhere, could have very
Lots of
quickly
fun
turned
stuff.
very lethal. So this
Yeah.
one is just kind of like a quick aside to have you guys fight some goblins, kind of get things established, bump you up to level 2, and then you can really start just wandering around and figuring things out on your own. So
Word.
Cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, so here's a fun thing. What should we call this episode?
oh, what do we call this episode?
Fucking polar bears. No.
We have to bury goblins.
Goblin Funerary Rites.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
Goblin Funeral Rites is a good one.
I like it. Perfect. So I'll make a playlist with all the episodes, and we'll keep adding
Cool.
to it.
That's cool.
All right, I'm gonna go have a cigarette and then play video games if anybody wants to.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I will
that's where my head's
probably
at.
be
Yeah.
joining you on that.
Yeah.
Sounds
it's like,
all right.
We're not playing D&D, so
I'll see you guys
video
in
games.
Or something.
And actually,
10 minutes.
actually, I'll text you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh well. So he said we need to level up before next session, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
But we can always ask him in a second. We're about to play video games.
But
Whatever,
it's
Junga.
It's not like that's gonna be much.
I get my pact magic now, man. I get to beef up my Eldritch Blast even more, and I'm
You get it
pretty
at level
psyched
2?
about it.
Nice.
I get it level 2.
Damn, nice.
I get
yeah, I
two-
mean, I get
I
sorcery
get two-
points, so
I get 2 invocations to start at level 2.
nice.
So that,
Agonizing Blast and Mask of Many Faces.
Ooh, you're gonna get all facey.
I'm gonna be all up in them faces. All of them.
Ew.
So many faces.
Ugh.
I know it's bad.
God.
Hey, this is a sexy campaign. I'm bringing the heat,
This
okay?
is
I'm
a
sorry.
sexy
Yeah, we
campaign.
didn't really get
you are.
sexy enough, guys. I'm
Listen.
disappointed.
Hey, listen. Father Grigori tried to touch some dead goblins, so
I know.
not necessarily
Yeah, why was he
sexy,
stacking
but
all
there
the
was
dead
some attempted
goblins?
sex.
he kept
I like to think we're sitting at the table like, why the fuck was he stacking all those goddamn goblins in the car?
he kept
He wanted
saying
to
it
bring
was
'em
funerary
home,
rites,
apparently.
but he did kept applying holy oil a lot to their genitals. So I don't know.
We need to keep an eye. We need to keep an eye on him. I like to think Ophir is just quietly like, drinking meat and eating food.
Yeah, I'm just in the corner observing, like,
yeah. That's,
who
that's
are
Father
these
Grigori,
people?
I don't know.
Life choice.
He seems useful, but he's kind of gross.
I know. Also, what's a damn cleric who doesn't know a fucking healing spell?
Well, he's a.
He knows the important one, all right.
He's one of those necrophilia
yeah, right.
clerics, I believe they call them.
I'm also gonna do that thing that Steve talked about with
All right,
that.
where you
cancer
where you
in the
kill
body.
yourself slowly.
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
all right,
not
we'll
do
get out.
that
So
thing.
go back to red team
All right, peace.
probably in a
All right.
second.